Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Word that my good friend Kool-Aid uses often. It's called fire. That's exactly what we're looking at with Braylon Edwards and the attire that he boasts right now. How about that? How long have you had that? Where the hell has that been?
Crispy.
2-3 years. 2-3 years.
That is really sharp.
Every once in a while, you gotta show some love to the home teams, man. So shout out to the Red Wings. I'll be at the game tonight. They're playing against the Bruins, I do believe.
They are, yeah.
I want to see how these boys skate tonight,
Oh,
man.
man, you about to make me
I
pull
hope
up.
They bring a goaltender, because if not, I keep my stuff in the car.
Yeah, well, their goaltending hasn't been very
I
good
keep my stuff in the
at
car
all.
if they need me.
And
I'm out here.
Gibson's starting in net tonight, man. I mean, come
They're
on.
like Julie the Cat Gaffney, man.
yeah.
What you know about Mighty Ducks? She was better than Goldberg. man.
Knuckle puck.
I love Goldberg, but like, she was nasty with it.
All right. Well, get ready to face 90-mile-an-hour shots. That would be
Nah, no
would
thank
be
you.
interesting.
No, thank
But
you.
I love that jacket.
I appreciate
I mean, it is really sharp.
I had another jacket on earlier. I had a black and orange jacket that had the original 6 on it.
Yes.
But it was black and orange, and I had on black, and then my shoes were like black, orange, and white. And my sister was like, "But aren't you going to the Red Wings games?" I was like, "Good call, Jade." So I went and switched and put a red coat on.
All right. Sometime soon, can you wear that original 6 jacket? I love it.
I can wear it
man.
tomorrow.
The original 6. Who's got the
I can-
best logo of the original 6?
Red Wings.
See, I'm a homer, man. That
The Red Wings. Come
that
on,
red
Shep.
That wing wheel is just something about it, man.
Shep
I'm
is
with you.
Cade. He just
It's
threw that lob
something.
up to me like Durn.
I'm with you.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
That OG Blackhawk is alright.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
That
As
OG
much as I
Blackhawk,
hate it,
man,
yeah.
I get what this world
That's
is,
facts.
blah blah blah. But the old school embroidery and the imaging, Bruins is dope. Like realistically,
Yeah, not a fan of the Bruins.
Nah,
I like the Rangers sweater, but not necessarily the logo.
it's not a bad one.
My good friend Sean Baligian, who does the show in the morning from 8 to 10, would obviously would say the Hobbiton. The maple. This is not popular. The Maple Leafs leaf in the middle of that
clean.
jersey is really clean.
Yeah,
it's clean.
white and blue. Can't go wrong with
Man,
that.
it's clean.
Yeah. There's only 2 teams in the National Hockey League who have 2 colors, and it's the Red Wings, red and white, and the Maple Leafs, blue and white.
Power stats by Shep.
You can't go wrong with any of those 3.
That's true.
And I will not fault you for choosing any of those 3. Like if you told me the Blackhawks, I have no problem. If you told me the Maple Leafs, I'm
Right
good.
on.
If you told me Red Wings, I was like, I appreciate it.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
How important do you guys think are logos?
Super important.
Yeah,
Because
they
even when
are.
your franchise is trash, like it still holds through. You still selling merch. But because also too, like a great logo, a great insignia, which we have here in spades in the city, it reaches throughout the country, it reaches out throughout the world. Sometimes people be rocking
Even
it.
other cultures.
They may
Right.
not be necessarily tied into it, but they're rocking the hat. So yeah, so like I think if you have a good brand, a good logo, you can reach further.
I mean, the old English D. Come on now, you can't. You don't get no better
Shout
than
out
that.
Axel Foley.
Baseball is undefeated.
Yeah.
Because baseball like it's
With the Lions
Yeah.
jacket and Mumford T-shirt. I like that.
undefeated.
I thought you were gonna go. Ferris Bueller's Day Off because in Chicago they're wearing Gordie Howe. He's wearing
Yeah.
Gordie Howe.
In Chicago.
Right, in
That's
Chicago,
wild.
which I thought was really awesome.
Yeah.
You know, he's supposedly at a Cubs game wearing a Gordie Howe jersey.
Yeah, I think that had something to do with the directors of the movie, John Williams or something like that. Like
Okay.
one of them was heavy Detroit, so that was like a purpose shot.
Am I the only? On occasion, I'll turn into fan guy here.
Yeah.
All right?
Really, Shep?
Very, very infrequently.
Not
but
you.
when I do see something in a movie, or if I see, back in the day, Magnum PI with the Tigers hat on, when I see the Red Wings jersey, when I see something like that, wherever it may be, I'm like, yes. See, he mentioned Axel Foley. Now, that's obviously a Detroit relationship right there. But
One of the
I love
biggest cultural moments for, I'll just say people in the hip hop culture. That's a little bit more broad than just saying brothers. One of the biggest moments in hip hop culture, if you're from Detroit, was Tupac wearing the red bandana with the Red Wings jersey.
Yeah,
we know what he
sir.
was doing.
Yep.
I may not condone
I got
what
that
was
shirt
going
in the
on,
case.
but in that moment, like what? Tupac is in Detroit rocking the Red Wings. Man, you know how huge that moment was for Detroit, especially in that space? Like, Pac messed with us because everybody messed with Pac at that time.
And it still resonates to this day.
100%.
Oh, it's an iconic
like,
picture.
You mentioned Pac on a birthday. Like, everybody from Detroit, they throwing up that picture to say happy birthday, but they won't say happy birthday because they need to hear
Right, it's a little
That's
different.
neither here nor there. Slept that in there.
So you guys are helping me here. I'm unaware of it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
but he was in Detroit performing, right?
No.
He wasn't.
Actually, he was in court of law.
Okay.
Oh, he was performing in the court of law.
Out on bail for shot of jail.
Out on bail for
California.
shot of jail. I mean, at least he's very honest.
Please
in
raise
that
your right
song.
hand. I raise my right hand, and I'm going to start rapping into this microphone, Judge, if that's all right.
He raised more, but he was always good in the courtroom. Like he was never. I mean, that sounds crazy.
No, I do.
Sounds crazy. But he was always professional. He wasn't in there ruckus.
You know, every
Fighting for
day
his
I
life.
come in here with an idea of what I wanted to talk about to start the show, and
I
then
had
you
three.
wear something like this, and I'm like, man, I've got to shift gears here for a moment. I'll downshift and talk about that scorched jacket. Just love it.
Okay, I got 4 stories. You guys have to pick.
Oh,
one.
there it is.
There we go. Right here, actually, is in the
Hey, we move quick, boy. Move quick.
So it's not the bandana, it's the jersey. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
100% it's
All
the
right.
jersey and the bandana.
Yeah.
So you see, you see his mouth, like you know what comes next.
Oh, yeah.
You watch Jamar Chase and Jalen Carter.
You're right.
but they will tell us Tupac and say he didn't do it though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. I was being funny to that. All right, story time. I got 4 stories. You guys got to pick one. The consensus. KD and the alley-oop, Bill Bellamy and the Jim Brown story, MJ Spades and Restaurant, or Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell is a
I'll
reference to Saved by
go
the
Bill
Bell.
Bellamy and Jim Brown.
I love a good.
Building was a reference to Saved by the Bell.
Okay. I like a good Jordan gambling story, so
Yeah,
I'm here
I do.
for that.
Why don't you just give us all of them? Since we're not going to agree on it.
Okay.
That's okay. So let's just hear them.
The KD story. So I'm in I'm in DC in 2010, and I'm playing KD's charity game. And so before the game, KD was like, "Yo, you got hops?" I was like, "Yeah, I can jump out the gym." He was
Okay.
like, "So, all right." KD's very serious about basketball. Like what they tell you about him, the stories.
He
about,
looks like it.
He like
And
he
he's
was,
big in
He came
DC.
to the club that night. I'll skip ahead to this part. He came to the club that night in legitimately a t-shirt, some track pants, tearaways, and some hoop shoes, some LeBrons at the time. So anyway. I tell KD I could hoop. It's hot as hell in D.C. at the time because it's legitimately July. And while we were hooping outside in July, it's hot as I don't know what. And the game is delayed. So I'm in the restaurant with Kenyon Martin and other people that are in the celebrity game. And because the game is delayed, we go in there, we're having conversation. Conversation 1, conversation 2, conversation. So by the time the game starts, KD had the whole conversation with me. That was a real conversation. I don't know, hour 15, hour 30 minutes ago. The game starts.
It's quite a delay.
KD's out there throwing me oops, and I'm like, I cannot seal the deal. Like he's throwing them, I'm a little bit conversated, if you will.
The
like,
timing's not quite there.
100%. Like it's
Okay.
not there. I'm getting up, but I just can't. The equilibrium won't allow me to finish the deal. He pulls me to the side. He says, "Yo, like if you don't make this next oop," he said, "Like I'm gonna bench you." I was like, "This is a charity." I thought he was joking.
No.
I thought he was joking. Don't you know? Legitimately, about 5-10 minutes later, fast break, throw the hand up. He throws the oop, catch it, take it back. I'm about to kill it. I'm trying to get everybody on my team. It's about to be a great night at the club, and legitimately throw it down. And everybody went crazy. It was cold. It was dope. I'm walking up the court. I'm like, "Yeah, now what's up?" He was like, "I really was about to put you on the bench." He legitimately did that to my teammate that he missed a couple oops too. He said, "Yo, you still on the bench." Set him the rest of the game, would not let him back in. KD was serious
In a
about
charity game.
100% in a charity game.
Who was the teammate?
Kerry Rose. Kerry Rose. Yeah, Kerry was out there missing dunks like me. That's because Kenyon Martin, shout out to K-Mart, he had us on those conversations before the game, so that could have helped it.
All right.
Bill Bellamy, Jim Brown story. That's been going around. That's been trending. That's what got me into the storytelling is Jim Brown was on the set of Any Given Sunday when Oliver Stone was the director. So this instance comes, Bill Bellamy's telling me this story in Cleveland. We're at a nightclub after he performed at the Improv. Nice. So we're at the nightclub, and I'm asking about the LL story and Jamie Foxx. I'm like, yo, what happened? What really happened? Did LL Cool J beat up Jamie Foxx? He said, yo, I'm going to tell you, that wasn't even the best story. He says, so Jim Brown, because these are all young kids, he's walking up the whole time they're shooting the first 2 weeks. He said, man, y'all couldn't do nothing with me. I run all you. Like, he's going off on the younger players. And so this is the rhetoric for like 2 weeks. He's like, man, I mess you up. You guys couldn't do nothing with me. I run all. So this is Jim. So there were a lot of guys hired and cast in this movie. Some of them played in the NFL. Some were retired NFL players. Some of them were just guys from Florida because that's where they shot the movie at. If you know anything about Florida dudes, they different. Like, especially you put that goal in the mouth and they
Florida,
from Liberty City. So Jim Brown one day goes up to these players, does the same little joke. Man, y'all couldn't handle me in my day, man. I ran all over. And one of these younger kids that was in college, he said, man, you better go on somewhere with all that noise, old man. Called Jim Brown old man. He kept saying, you better go on somewhere. So Jim said, and before Jim could finish talking about saying what he was going to say, that young dude picked Jim Brown up and slammed him on the ground.
Ooh, what?
When Bill Bellamy tells the story, he said Jim was on the ground like, man, where the hell is my kufi at? Man, I was just so, like, how do you slam Jim Brown?
That's crazy.
Did he know who he was?
But Florida, once again, yes, he knew because they've been filming this movie for 2 weeks. Everybody's giving Jim Brown the respect that he deserves. But he also is from Florida, and he also does not care.
The Florida YNs.
To make Florida man make sense, Antonio Brown's from Florida.
Florida man.
Florida man is a real thing.
And Florida woman is a real thing.
Antonio Brown is from Belgrade, Liberty City. Like, they a little different.
A little different.
100%. So he slams Jim Brown. So that's he
crazy.
Told the story.
LL did
Beat up Jamie Foxx, by the
He
way.
did.
Yeah,
100%.
that's a real story.
Opened the face mask up.
Yep.
Popped him. All right, Michael Jordan story. So Michael Jordan cheated spades. I told you that story.
You did.
That night, Michael Jordan invited me to his restaurant that he was opening up with Charles Oakley called Red. So legitimately, I didn't know this part, if that makes sense. So we go to the restaurant, we meet up, say, hey, we're here to see Michael. Say, you guys in the private room, Mr. Oakley, a couple people waiting for you guys. They got the cards out, ready to play more spades. I said, Mike's cheating again. I don't know if I want to play. That's how you get all that money.
What's the buy-in on a game like that?
Don't ask me because I ain't put my money up.
Okay.
I waste my money on a lot of stupid stuff.
Right.
Cards, not so much.
Let Mike cheat me out of spades. I'd just rather be there.
No X-ray table business or anything.
100%.
Okay.
Way to go, Chauncey. Well done, Chauncey.
Right.
Way to go, man. Appreciate you, Terry Rozier.
So we're in this room, and the room kind of has glass. Like, you can see it, and it kind of had the door open if you wanted to. So you can see we're in this room playing spades if you're walking by, going to the restroom and going. A bunch of people knew Michael was in the building, so like everybody wants to see Michael. So people kept coming up to the door. People kept looking in, asking for autographs. Mike's just like, get the fuck out of here. You get away from here. Like he's just going off. I'm like, Michael can talk to people like that? Like, I didn't know Mike could cuss at the Civilian. This is crazy. Mike says, I can do what the hell I want to. I got 6 rings. I was like,
yeah, pretty much.
Hey, man, you better get away from this door. You bother Michael. You bother Mr. Jordan over. So I turned to security. That one was fun. That was on the heels of the other story about playing spades in which he was cheating. And then Mr. Belding, who was the principal in Saved by the Bell.
Hey, shout out.
Our show was Zach Morris, the whole 9
Did not watch it. Did not watch
that
it.
show.
All right.
That's all right.
You guys get it though,
Oh
right?
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm in a
Preppy.
club in New York. This is when I'm playing for the Jets. I'm hanging out with Evan Ross, Tracy Ellis Ross' little brother, and some other people in Hollywood. I'm
Did
hanging
you hang out with
chilling.
Tracy Ellis Ross?
At 100%. Hey, I got a
Hey,
story
right.
about her too.
Say that story for
I got another story about her and Jill Jones.
We did
So
this
anyway,
story.
I'm
I know
hanging
some
out,
of
I'm hanging
Braylon
out,
Dirt.
I'm
I
meeting
know
these
some
people,
of
I'm
it.
meeting these people, and I'm just, hey, shaking hands. How you doing, Evan? Nice to meet you. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Say, hey, I want to introduce you. They give his real name. Like, I know him as Mr. Belding. I don't know what his real name is. I said, no. I know that big ass head anywhere. Are you Mr. Bell? You Mr. Bell? So we sit down, we talk about Saved by the Bell. I'm just like enamored that he's doing his play on Broadway. But
that's
my
awesome.
vision of Mr. Belding is, a principal.
Yeah.
First school.
Sure.
Man, he proceeded to get wasted. he was hollering at everything that moved, talking to every girl. I'm like,
Wow.
Mr. Belding?
Mr. Belding?
He judged
I said,
Joe
you
Brown.
I said, you gave kids life advice when I was a kid. Now you out here.
Hey, man.
Hey,
That's
never
crazy,
meet
as,
your
dog.
heroes.
as a principal,
I'ma
he
leave
makes
it
the
there.
rules, right?
Yep.
As the principal, he's in charge. So apparently, he's able to do whatever he wants.
I say all that to say, man, I have encountered some interesting stories.
Those are good stories, man. I get it. Now they're all imprinted in all our brains, and now we're not going to be able to. If you watch Saved by the Bell, I don't even know if it's on anymore. If you watch Saved by the Bell, how are you going to get that out of your head?
No, you can't.
How are you going to get Michael Jordan turn around and say, man, get the fuck out. You won't be able to get that out. And there's a part of you that almost respects Michael Jordan a little bit more than you already did.
Yeah, no, it's
He's
real.
willing to do that
What
stuff.
you mean,
I
dude?
gotta implement it into my game plan, man. Hey, man, get the hell out of here. Hey, sir, get out. Oh,
Right.
I'm not Mike.
I love that.
Story time, right?
So I was thinking about this earlier today. I had a couple of turkey sandwiches.
Okay.
I'm wondering from you guys, how long does the Thanksgiving leftovers last? How much longer can you keep eating it?
I got it.
We're looking at Tuesday, right? And
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was last Thursday. We're getting pretty close, are we not?
You can't get past Wednesday. Like, I'm not a huge
Tomorrow's the
leftover-
last day?
No, excuse me, Sunday. Like, I'm not a big leftovers person, but like Sunday is it. Like,
Yeah, I don't like leftovers either, but I like leftover turkey.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Thursday, then Friday you're gonna pick out again.
Yes, I did.
Saturday you'll eat a little bit, little nibble. This will be the first day you might eat something else as well.
That's correct.
100%. Sunday you're gonna double back because it's Sunday dinner.
That's right.
So what my mom did was she just made some fried chicken, and then we still use all the sides
Yep.
from putting my business out there. Then we use all the sides from the holiday. Monday it's a new day. Like Monday I was eating broccolini, detox drink. Like Monday.
Okay,
is
so
back
Monday,
to
you're
regular.
out. You get the
detox
weekend. You
drink.
get the weekend. It's 3 days for you, and it's over.
Yeah.
All right. Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I was gonna say about Saturday is about it, man. But for whatever reason this year,
Saturday? Really?
Yeah.
Just 2 days? Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
a couple days, man.
Okay.
And for whatever reason this year, I feel like the desserts and maybe the potato salad will last until Sunday. That generally happens. Maybe some baked beans, but that's about it on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's about it, man. You got to augment there. But
Okay.
for whatever reason,
But what about
this year,
turkey?
They threw down, and that food only lasted for a couple days this year, man.
So, okay. So for you, it's just a couple of days. KG, how long is it?
I'm longer than all y'all. I got a good 5 in me. I got 5 days that you can legitimately get it off. Now, after day 2 or 3, you got to find different ways to kind of chef up the turkey. You know, you might throw it in a frying pan. You know, you might jazz it up a little bit. But as far as sides, though, I mean, most of the sides are gone within the first
most of the
couple of
sides are
days.
gone.
So, yeah, it's just turkey after
Yeah,
that.
it's turkey. So I'm at 5 days right now.
Oh.
So that's why I had 2 today.
Yeah.
I could definitely keep doing that. People in the chat, 2 days. I make turkey salad out of it. That's a good idea. Yeah, all that stuff is. I hear that. Right.
Yeah.
Although-
Now, I think we're, I'm saying that for our family, there's so many sides that are made for Thursday that you don't have to focus on those same sides for the next 3-4 days. So I think that kind of helps us in terms of extending it to Sunday, maybe even Monday. Well, we host, so there's more food at the house that hosts, but there's cranberry and potato salad and green beans and greens and mac and cheese and stuffing and dressing.
Make
And
me
if you like
hungry again.
yams and all. So like when you're looking at 8-9 sides, I don't have to eat 8-9 things each day, so I'm able to kind of like spread it out.
Yeah, you're making me hungry more and more as
tell
we
me
talk
about it.
about this.
Now that ham and turkey though, it has a short shelf life.
No, it does, for sure.
Man, I tell you what, that's only because you want to eat it so quickly thereafter. All right, we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, and we're going to get into what some of Detroit's coordinators had to say this week, both Kelvin Shepard and John Morton. You'll hear from that. Yeah, right. You'll hear
He
from
still
that
exists?
and get some thoughts on it after this from Ven Johnson and Art and Jakes.
Corporations, the government, even your insurance company will do whatever it takes to minimize their liability and withhold your compensation. So when something goes wrong, make Ben Johnson the first call that you make. He is the fighter, and he has been doing this for a very long time at a very high rate. It doesn't matter if it's a settlement or a verdict. He wants all the smoke, so he'll get you the deserving favor. He'll get you the favorite deserving verdict that you want, that you deserve. So let Ben Johnson be the company to steer you in the right direction.
Hey, speaking of the right direction, you want to go to Clarkston on December 14th. Why? Well, because
Let 'em
that's
know.
where Woodward Sports is going to have their watch party. Right. We're going live from Art and Jakes in Clarkston, December 14th, when the Lions travel to Los Angeles to take on Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams.
Uh-oh.
Come hang out with us. Enjoy wall-to-wall coverage over 80 TVs. 22 draft beers on tap, a menu stacked with outstanding stuff, including their signature burgers. No better place to catch all the action. Art and Jake's Sports Bar and Grill. Check out our watch party, December 14th. Be there.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Planet Fitness is for everyone, so you might as well pull up on them with over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations. It is the gym for you. Now, if you want to step your game up a little bit, how about you get yourself a black card where you get access to the black card spa, you can have recover and hydro massage and other innovative amenities. Also, you get an opportunity to bring free guests at any time, and that is just $24.99 a month. But we still have fitness that fits into your regular programming and payment. So why don't you pull up on Planet Fitness, where we understand that fitness is essential, gyms are squeaky clean, and there is no judgment. Sounds like it's the gym for you.
You know what's happening Thursday, right? It's the Lions hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Thursday night football, and of course that means Woodward Sports too. Stop by Second Best Bar before the game, 5 o'clock for the live pregame show. Some of the best food you'll have at any bar in downtown Detroit. And then we would invite you after the game to head over to Gillies at kickoff for the live watch party and postgame show. So if you don't have tickets to Ford Field, you can sneak inside to Gillies, enjoy the live watch party, hang out with some of our friends and our family members here at Woodward Sports, and then stick around for the postgame show and let your words be heard. Great vibes, cold drinks, hot takes from you and the host, Detroit football all night long, right there at both Second Best Bar and Gillies and Woodward Sports.
And we back.
Real quick. Yeah. Chicago. This is going to piss some people off. And I understand why.
Trigger warning.
Ben Johnson took his shirt off after the Bears win.
The shirtless bandit.
Yes. Really cool promotion in Chicago.
Yeah.
By a hot dog stand called the Wiener Circle. They promised everybody free hot dogs if Johnson took his shirt off in celebration. He did it, and he just made lifelong, well, maybe not lifelong, but at least season-long fans.
Right.
For people there getting free food. And their line was wrapped around their restaurant. It was amazing how many people were there. We just saw it on ESPN, so credit where credit is due. What could the Lions do? What could Dan Campbell do?
Win.
To do something. Well,
I'm just playing.
Come on, of course. He's won the last 2 years, but it's not good enough this year. What could he possibly do to get you excited about standing in line on a cold winter day to get something free?
How about maybe like 4th down Fridays or something at an establishment? If he converts 2 4th downs in a game, you get a free fry or something like that.
I like that. That's very creative. 4th down Fridays. All right, that works. Yep. Anything else you could possibly think of? Remember, he has a spokesman for a certain restaurant chain.
Yeah. Oh, Applebee's.
I wasn't going to give free advertising, but okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, shout out. No free plugs, but yeah.
Except when KG's in the booth.
I don't think anybody in the chat's running the Applebee's because KG said it.
Yeah, right.
The food now is no longer good. It was good.
Better run the Black
Rock,
Rock, though.
I was in college. I stayed up there.
Anyway, I found that pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty creative. You know, and not that you want Dan Campbell to take his shirt off, but maybe during training camp next year when he's doing a certain amount of down-ups, maybe you could do something like that.
Yeah.
Some companies got to kind of intertwine that.
Here's the thing. Maybe on Sundays, Thursdays, or whenever you play, how about you look like a competent coach? How about you do that?
Yeah. Braylon had to make it real. Look at this guy.
Nah, I'm just joking. I like KG.
There's a hint of truth, I think, in there.
Right. Just a little bit.
Sarcasm is just that. There's always the underlying truth.
Yeah.
But I like that. The 4th down situation, that requires that we need to accomplish some 4th downs out here.
Maybe every time he puts the readers on the sideline, you get free eyeglasses. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at a wall.
Like,
I'm just throwing stuff at a wall. Like,
I mean, Dan Campbell's like still looks like a linebacker / tight end. Like what Ben Johnson did, I'm pretty sure like that is what the people would want. So like, where do we go get the food from? Is it Coney Island? Is it Buddy's? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Shout out Buddy's.
I wouldn't mind that.
Do like the
do something associated with Buddies. I would take
flex.
that. Yeah. I like the 4th down idea.
Yeah.
You know, you got to convert X amount. It's sort of like at these basketball games when you get to a certain point. Yeah. Somebody makes it and you're getting free whatever.
Right.
Jackie Moon, baby.
Right? Yep.
Free corn dogs.
Well, there you go. There's the hot dog reference again.
Yeah.
You know? I was going to originally say if you got one of those overweight coaches and he takes his shirt, you could do the muffin top.
Yeah, true.
You know, get some muffins or something like that.
Andy Reid, he does it a lot. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Andy Reid.
Muffins.
Shout out
I
Andy.
used to eat
Reid.
muffins when I was younger. Like I don't think I've had a muffin in like 30 years.
Stop it, Bray.
Oh.
Like a banana muffin, blueberry
like my
muffin?
dad, like when I was growing up, like
blueberry muffin.
But like, who's eating blueberry and banana muffins now? Like, when's the last time?
Me, right?
When's the last time you went and had one?
Probably like a couple months ago, at least.
What's the last time before that?
Probably a while.
We're right next to Roast.
Yeah.
And they'll bring out some blueberry muffins in these huge containers.
They have a cheesecake muffin over there. It's phenomenal.
You haven't dipped your hand into
No, like that's what I'm saying. Like when I was a kid, I used to eat muffins. Dad used to get them. Hostess used to do the mini ones, the blueberry and the banana nut. And you do all those things.
The little bites where you rip it open. Just
you go on the road.
You don't eat that no more.
A couple spots, but at some point, muffins disappeared. Like I don't
maybe, but that's because you're yoked and all you do is
I was
eat.
about to say,
His palate a little more bougie now.
Asparagus and
broccolini.
So we'll leave the muffins to us.
But that's BS because last night I had
not.
it is because last night I had breadsticks and pizza from Cottage Inn.
And then you ate steals this morning.
Oh my God, Braylon had breadsticks. What's gonna happen?
And pizza.
Oh my gosh,
it was
Braylon,
just me.
What the hell happened? You had breadsticks and pizza. Wow.
No, from Cottage Inn.
I had asparagus and onions.
So yeah, real ingredients.
And then what he said?
Oven roasted.
All right, he's trying to convince us. Oh, but where have muffins gone? I could spit and find a muffin.
Yeah,
right over
Please
there.
Don't, but
I wish I could because you're right, Shep. You called
all right,
it.
Well, maybe I stand corrected. I don't see people ordering muffins like they did back in the day. But I could.
Oh, they still are.
Yeah.
You just got a bougie palate. It's okay.
Yeah.
Muffins aren't necessarily a non-bougie thing. You get some expensive muffins.
You forgot where you came from.
It's
you
more
eat
of a
muffins.
Expensive muffins out there.
Right.
First of all, where I came from is going to Dutch Girl Donuts on 6 Mile.
Shout out Dutch Girl. Hey, now you talking. Now you talking.
We can get jiggy out here.
Hey, excuse me.
Shout out to my dad, CP. Man, that was one of the best things he did. He would come home from night school because he was a teacher. But in some days he would teach night school at Wayne State. Man, when he would come home from teaching night school, I was always excited because I knew he was either going to stop at this store down in Midtown where they had the best Mike and Ike's, or he was going to stop and grab Dutch Girl Donuts on the way home. That Dutch Girl, boy.
Oh, man. It still slaps to this day.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is. The donut cutter right down Woodward. is
I've been
really
wanting to
good.
stop in there.
It's really good.
Yeah.
They're good. And they're friends of the network, friends of DJ Joey. Good people. Really good people down at Donut Cutter.
Shout out.
Really good people.
Yeah, I don't care if they throw them at me as soon as I walk through the door, as long as they're good. And they are. We grew up, or my kids grew up right there in Berkeley. We would walk to the Donut Cutter on the weekends and have a couple and enjoy it and make it a little bit of a tradition on the weekend as they skated in that bank parking lot right over there.
I live right there on 8 Mile in between Woodward and Livernois, and then we golf. Well, I caddied a little bit at Detroit Golf Club, but then when I would play, we would play at Palmer Park, which no longer exists.
Right.
From Palmer Park, it's a half a block to Dutch Girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of my favorite things. Go golf, and then me and my boys run over there, grab some Dutch Girl, and then walk all the way back home.
What is your well, you probably don't eat them now.
Bow tie.
The bow tie is your favorite donut?
Plain bow tie.
Oh, it's so good.
With obviously glaze.
Yeah,
The bow tie.
Okay.
I fell in love as a kid at Elias Donuts, which is on Grand River Nada Drive.
I stay by Elias, man.
Grand
Shout
River
out.
Nada Drive. So that was my first donut hole, as they say. And then it became Dutch Girl. But I was always a bow tie.
Anytime you go get donuts, it's always bow tie.
Bow tie, just the original circle.
Okay.
I'm simple.
All right.
I'm the same way when the October season comes, everybody's doing the cider mill. Like, just give me the plain donuts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a plain dude.
It's hard to say no to multiple cider mill donuts.
Oh, for real.
Oh, my God.
Addiction.
The sugar donut is good, too.
That's my jam.
Yeah,
The
sugar
sugar,
donut is-
cinnamon sugar. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, too.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid,
How did I miss
best donut
the
for you
apple
is
cider
what?
season?
yeah.
You know what? I love donut holes, but the cinnamon sugar donuts with a cider slush, man, you can't go wrong with that.
I agree.
It's perfect.
Never ever.
That's what
And
it
it's
is for
you can't just
Yeah,
get
it's
any one.
classic glazed cinnamon donuts. Yeah.
I love the chocolate donut
Thank you.
with the
Way to be
chocolate on
different.
top.
Because I'm boring over here. Way to add some flavor.
I do. I like the chocolate donut with the chocolate on top. I also like
like the chocolate?
I do like blueberry donuts.
Okay.
Shout out.
Now, when's the last time you had a donut?
That's probably a while on that too.
Oh, that's easy. Saturday. I was tearing those donuts up. Like,
So,
the
it's been some
tailgates,
months
I
for
was
He
me.
tearing
knows where the
those
donuts are, but
What?
I did the same thing Saturday. I had
Ann
half
Arbor
a donut.
has good donuts. There's a couple
Is there?
donut spots, like
Okay.
right off of downtown on 4th. There's a couple good donut spots. Yeah, I had about 4 donuts, which is why I didn't have any chili on Saturday. I had to sacrifice.
I had both, not together, but I had both.
I'm okay.
Because anytime you go to a tailgate, don't you have to have chili?
Especially
Seems like that.
Like once you get to October 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with this type of weather, man.
Right.
But wait, everybody
Y'all
had
left
donuts
the kids out
Saturday?
there to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had them
Y'all
too,
do
man.
that
I
too.
had went down
Chili
south.
and donuts was better than the game.
Yeah, I had a donut though with like a lemon custard on it this Saturday, and it was perfect. Lemon, that's my weak spot.
Lemon custard inside, right?
Yeah, it was one that they made kind of like a bowl. It wasn't necessarily filled. It was like a nice donut, but on the inside they just kind of hollowed it out and they squeezed the custard in. So the bottom of the donut still had like the bread.
So that was like the crust of the pie, if you will.
It
Oh,
was
that's interesting.
it was perfect.
I never liked
It was
donuts
perfect.
with like
Custard
for
and
lack
all
of a
that.
better word, like anything on the inside.
Yeah,
bite
jelly
into
donuts.
It, and
Oh, you didn't like even the apple inside?
even pierogies, like was it not pierogies, but punski.
Punski, yeah.
Oh,
Like, but that was
I always
the first
thought the
one for me.
punski's
Like I had
a little
punski
too
day,
much.
Yeah.
and I had a good punski donut that didn't have a ton in it. Man, I had the second one, and whatever was in there, like it scarred me for life.
I feel
like,
you.
I don't need like
no
it's-
jelly-filled donuts then, huh?
Nah, man.
It creams in your mouth.
It's
little
a
bit.
weird taste feel for me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't need nothing like.
What about
I don't need
powdered
that shit in
donuts?
my mouth.
I'm against powdered donuts.
No,
How do
I
you feel
love
about-
powdered donuts.
You like powdered donuts?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look like I've been eating powdered donuts right now.
Give me a break. All right.
Powdered donuts are good.
Crunch donuts.
Yeah, I'm not a powdered
Just the
donut
small
guy.
balls back in the day.
I'd be more of the glazed.
Since we've started on this,
Yeah.
this journey.
It's making us hungry for donuts
conversation.
now. I could definitely have a donut right now. I could definitely eat a donut. Let's hope the Lions don't put up a donut Thursday night against Dallas. It's going to be a hell of a challenge for them. I think we all would agree that there is a lot of skepticism in this town right now about this team. I want you to hear what Kelvin Shepard, their defensive coordinator, said this week about his defense, where they're at, while most of us are thinking they're in deep trouble. This is what he had to say.
I've been trained and conditioned. The same reason I don't panic when I lose 3 starters on the back end, because I see an opportunity ahead of us. I see an opportunity where we're back in that realm of being doubted. I see an opportunity to where everybody's not looking at us as the class of the NFL. So that's why I say it's right where we want to be, because it's right where I like to live. Right here, just in the back, just laying in the weeds and waiting to bite somebody's ass. So I'm looking forward to this week, and I know our players feel the same way.
First time you hear that, immediately you think of KG, because he sounds just like KG when he talks.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's KG Shepard.
Yeah, it seems like him saying we're right where we want to be, I just don't buy it. Do you think that's a good thing that he's telling his team, telling us it's a calming effect from a coordinator at this time?
No, it's nonsense. Like, it's nonsense, and that's one thing the Lions have not been at the podium. They haven't been nonsense tellers. They haven't been liars. They haven't been unauthentic. They've been real at the podium, and it's one thing that we respected about them for the past, amongst other things. But that's one thing that we really, truly hang our hat on is the fact that you're honest. You mean to tell me that after that New York Giants game and what Jameis Winston did to you, you mean to tell me what Jordan Love did to you on Thanksgiving? You mean to tell me after you've looked defensively, and if you want to say you had a good Eagles game, I disagree, but fine. Outside of that, what you've looked like defensively in the last 5 games, not counting that game, you mean to tell me that's exactly where you want to be? To where people's number 2 wide receivers can do whatever they want to you? They can be wide open. They can pick you apart where you can't get to the quarterback. There's no rush. There's no pressure. I understand Kirby Joseph might be playing. Is he going to make that much of a difference coming back after all these weeks of being injured? No. The Lions are in no way, shape, facet, or form on no side of the ball right where they want to be. Now, if he wants to motivate his defense and say, hey, look, they're counting us out. We're no longer in the picture. We're no longer the big dogs. Now, fine. Sell that to your players. Don't sell that to me when I'm watching each game and I know this defense is getting cooked. Like, don't show me one thing and tell me another. Like, I also have eyes, and so no, 100%. That wasn't a real conversation to have at the podium. We're right where we want to be. Is this where we want to be? In a space where we don't even know if we're going to make the playoffs? Like, that's not the space you want to be.
How much do words affect you as a player? How much can they motivate you? When one of your coaches comes out and says something like that, what's the effect, do you think?
Like, if you're talking real conversation, if you're having real spit, like, you can be in a bad spot and a coach can hit you with some cliche stuff, but if it's real, it's real. Like, I've been in games, I've been in situations in the part of the season where you're not playing your best, or you're struggling, you're trying to figure it out, and coaches are trying to find what to say. But I've had coaches, I found that it works when you just tell the truth. Like, legitimately, I'm talking to the players right now. I'm Kelvin Shepard. Look, the last couple of weeks haven't been good enough. But the good thing about it is we know the work to put in. We know what it takes to be right. We got to watch in and dial in this film, because a lot of these little mistakes that we're making, these self-inflicted negatives, as they call it, they're killing us out there on the field. They're prohibiting us from being a better team, a better defense. Let's tap into some of the things, regardless of what team it was. Let's tap into some of the things where we had success early on in the season, and let's try to get better. Like, just have a real conversation. Like, don't go out there and say, all right, fellas, hey, look, this is exactly where we want to be, man. Now we're in the deep water. We're bringing everybody out here, and we're going to drown them. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm just not. As a player, I'm not. I know I'm not playing my best. I know the man to my left and to my right is not playing his best. Like, don't tell me about drowning people in the middle of the ocean right now. Like, tell me what's going to get better. Like, come in with a real game plan. Like, yo, you guys are playing like ass, but this is how we're going to get better. Because I saw this from you, or I saw this from you. I saw this from myself. Like, I'm not coaching well enough.
It's fair to say that let's give Kelvin Shepard
he's probably doing
He's doing that,
100%.
Right? But he's telling the media something else, right? So, I don't know if members of his defense are latching on to what he's saying or not, because they know who he is and they probably have a really good idea of what he says,
he's an intense guy.
Says to the media. And that's what makes him so good at what he does, would be the guess. He did go on to say that, it takes more than Hutchinson and McNeil. And he feels like McNeil was part of it in Thanksgiving Day against Green Bay, that he was he had some decent rushes. Right. They're seeing some things that we don't always see. You see them, but we don't always see, okay? What is it we're missing, do you think, from this team's defense that perhaps Kelvin Shepard is seeing, selling to his team and trying to sell to us that we're not?
I don't know what I'm missing. You know, maybe there's something deep down in there, but I don't think I'm missing anything. One, you bring Aleem McNeil back, and after the season that he was having last year, he was really a force on the inside. I always talk about that Indianapolis Colts game against Quentin Nelson. However, when you brought him back this year, outside of the first game, there hasn't been any impact, and also they've moved him to the outside. Aleem McNeil is now rushing on the outside just as much as he is through the middle. Was that the plan? This is what we talked about before the season started? I don't think that would be the plan. But herein lies what we're doing. Like you talk about missing people. Yeah, we're missing people because Brad told us that we were good on the edge. Brad told us that we would be fine, that Marcus Davenport was it. Then when he got hurt, he said, don't worry because we have Hassanin. We have Al-Qadim Muhammad. Like, we don't need anybody. This is the help that Aiden Hutchinson needs. Aiden Hutchinson makes $45 million. There's a lot more that he needs to be doing. But guess what? Everybody needs help. Like every DN that you have in this league that is monstrous, they all need help. It is not exclusive to Aiden Hutchinson.
Right.
Like Micah Parsons needs Rashawn Gary. Like 100%, or whoever's going to be on the opposite side.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
When you look at TJ Watt and all the things he's done, you don't think he's had Cam Hayward for the last 8 years?
Right. You don't think that helps?
Like that helps. And so it's when we say it's not us clamoring something, you guys want the shiny new piece. No, we want the piece that we know we're missing.
Yeah.
We have been missing an outside rusher since this regime started.
Right.
It was James Houston for a minute. Oh, by the way, he's actually not doing too bad down in Dallas.
But if you re-signed him, people would have been upset with that, and I understand it. Yeah.
I was more so making a deviation point, but it was James Houston, then it was this person, then it's that person, then it's Zadarius Smith, and then it's Marcus Davenport, then it's El-Qadim Muhammad. We're placing our faith in a bunch of guys that just aren't it.
Yeah.
Like you keep kicking the can down the road. So that's when he says that, he's absolutely right. It's not on Kelvin Shepard that they didn't bring in a defensive end. That would definitely help his offense. I mean, his
I'm sure he would have loved it.
Yeah.
So when he says that, I think he's letting you know that Aiden needs help. Realistically, that's a subtle way of saying that.
I'm glad you
and
said
he does
that.
though.
Yeah. Well,
because everyone does.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on him. Should he be better?
How many people
100%. But everybody needs help. That's why we always say, and it echoes. It's the ultimate team sport. The defensive tackles help the defensive end.
Yeah.
The defensive ends help the defensive tackles. You can't do one without the other.
And this every team is different. Every team is unique. Every coach wants to do it different. But just look at a situation like the Houston Texans. Houston Texans went on and drafted Will Anderson Jr., correct? Will Anderson Jr. is somebody that we all clamored. We all wanted.
Love him.
Obviously, couldn't get to him. We couldn't get him. Love him as well. The stuff that he did at Alabama, he was the best player on those teams. They went out and got Danielle Hunter.
Yes.
Who's just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Like, that lets you know how important it is to have a guy that you can feed off, and now they can't stack the size. Because I'm so tired of the conversation of he's getting double teamed. He's getting double teamed. Newsflash, he makes $45 million. He's probably going to be getting double teamed. But there is a hint of them being honest. They're seeing more slide his way because they don't have to worry about the opposite side.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Newsflash, I mean, all the other guys you mentioned, whether it be, Trey Hendrickson, T.J. Watt, Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, all those guys are getting double teamed too. Will Anderson gets double teamed.
100%.
Okay, so it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
We understand that. Best players in the NBA oftentimes get double teamed. Best players in hockey oftentimes get double temed or try to push out of a certain area where they score
that's why in the NBA,
prolifically. So, this happens in sports. I don't know why people are if you think Aaron Judge gets a lot of fastballs, you're crazy.
Right.
Okay? Because he murders fastballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, I'm glad that you said that and you went that way because obviously $45 million man, you're going to want to see him put up. But I wanted to get your take on this as well as a former NFL player, one of the best, as you got an all-pro season as well. It's like, what do you take away? What do you take away from – no, seriously, bro, what do you take away from players like the Giants tackle Jermaine who went at Aiden Hutchinson and was like, yo, respectfully, he ain't really do nothing out there. Like, I remember in years past, it was players, and we talked about this on previous shows, KG, where the other players in our division, other players in the league, were complaining about how physical this team was. They were complaining about this team playing a brand of football that was legal within the bounds. They weren't getting flagged, but other teams were crying about them. Now, all of a sudden, you got players that are willing to step out there and say, no, that player's not even making a difference.
I'll tell you who's
and
physical.
we just gave him $45 million.
New England's really physical with their defense. Love that.
Let me tell you like this. Like the MVP race and who's going to the Super Bowl race are between the same two people right now. Like when you break it down and you watch both sides of the ball in terms of what we're talking about. But getting back to this conversation, I forgot what I was gonna say because you went so long, but I did write this.
Yeah.
I did write this tidbit down. Like Aiden Hutchinson and the money is and everything. Look, they chose to pay. You're worth what somebody chooses to pay. They chose to pay Aiden that. That ain't Aiden's fault. That ain't Aiden's fault. I would have took the money as well. When you have offensive linemen, and see now this goes back to what I was talking about, Shep. I know I'm all over the place. We're talking about these rankings, and when you're talking about these stats, and you're talking about these hurries, and you're talking about all these things, people get wind of that. People, in terms of like the players you play against, like they're like, I don't know if this person is like that. Mm-hmm. And then when you get a chance to test your mettle against him, and that's what he said. When someone says that, is when you go back to the film and realize he wasn't lying.
Right.
That's the problem with that conversation. Somebody says something and it's not true, then it doesn't matter. But when that offensive tackle said that, and you go back and you look at the tapes, and you see that he had Aiden handled the majority of the game, Aiden beat him a couple times and only got to the sack at the end, you're like, he's not lying. And when you get a person to say that out loud, that means there's really a conversation underneath that's happening, that's rumbling, and he's the first one to speak out against it. So,
and that's what I was trying to get at. I'm glad you were able to decide.
He's not the only one saying it. Like,
multiple teams,
multiple teams, multiple offensive linemen.
You've never heard this in the past before.
Like,
and that's what I'm saying. It's different now, where the narratives and what people and other teams are saying is almost as if either they found something out about this team and about this player, how they can scheme against certain things. But I do believe this, helps. To be fair, if he has somebody opposite, I think that solves a lot.
I think two things are true. I think 100%, if you get somebody on the opposite side, somebody that can help, take off some of that pressure, get to the quarterback, somebody else that can beat a double team from time to time, that helps you a lot. I think the fact that the Lions, they're not good against the run this year because teams can run the ball. Yeah. In the past, teams haven't been able to run on the Lions because teams have always, I say this all the time, I know it doesn't come off the right way. Teams have been having the pass to beat the Lions for the past 2 years because the Lions have been scoring 35, scoring 38, scoring at will, 21 on the scoreboard before the half is even over. Right. How many times have you beat your parlay in the first quarter with the Lions?
A lot.
So when you're doing that, now all you got to do is pin your ears back as a defensive end and rush the quarterback.
Right.
But see, now they have to play the run. Because now they're not putting up a ton of points. They're not scoring on every possession. They're not scoring 28 at the half. So teams can take their time. They can run the ball. Eventually, like in the Giants game, the run will open up for them. And they don't have to just throw the ball.
Right. Opposing teams' offenses are helping their opposing team's defense.
100%. So it looks a little bit different.
And maybe that's another reason why they're using Aleem on the edge. It's not just pass rushing. Run stopping has been a problem for this team, like you said. And they took AQM off the field for that same reason. He wasn't good in the run game. Tyler Lacey, another one we saw on the outside, wasn't good in the run game.
I think it's because of lack of depth, man.
It could be that
they can say he can get to the quarterback. He does not have that type of quickness off the edge to get to the quarterback. I'm sorry. I don't notice it. So I think it's desperate, quite honestly.
It could be.
I think it's a desperate move.
Short body.
We talked about this yesterday. Al-Qadim Muhammad was really good for a game. He's got a sack in 4 games.
Yeah.
That's it, okay? He's got 6 sacks on the year, 2 in 1 game. Aiden Hutchinson's got 8.5. Yeah. Somebody in the chat says, well, he's only 4 behind Micah Parsons. Well, when you make this much money, you're supposed to be closer than that. And I know people don't want to hear it about the money. I get it, okay? But it's unfair, but it's true. When you're associated with that and you want that big contract, you have higher expectations, all right? When Tarek Skubal signs for $400 million, if he goes out there and throws a stinker, people are going to be pissed.
Yes, sir.
Okay? That's just the way it works.
Also, too, like, if you want to have that conversation, Micah Parsons, legitimately got to Green Bay 2 days before their first game. It took him a month to figure out what the hell Green Bay was even doing. Because if you notice what Micah Parsons does, he's not just out there like T.J. Watt, where they say, hey, go get the quarterback. Micah Parsons is all over the field. He's playing linebacker. He's playing outside linebacker. He's playing DN. He's in the middle sometimes. He's checking tight ends. It takes a while to be able to get that comfortable with a defensive scheme, a scheme schematically. And he still has 4 more sacks. And you see him show up more and more and more. Don't forget he plays less plays as well as Aiden Hutchinson, Mr. 91%. So
he's at 93% this year.
So just pipe down just a little bit on that one.
Yeah, and in fairness, I'm not sure how it works with T.J. Watt, but Micah Parsons is allowed to go wherever he wants.
Yeah.
And he's earned that right because he's that good. Maybe Pittsburgh doesn't allow that to T.J. Watt, so I'm not going to speak to that because he's a hell of a player. I'll take T.J. Watt any day of the week on my team. Aiden Hutchinson's allowed to go where he wants, too.
You think so?
We know so.
Yeah,
He's been given that.
To a certain degree.
No. He's said it publicly.
Oh, well.
Okay? No, he has said it publicly, and the coordinator has said it publicly.
Yeah, that was early
He
in
could
the
go
year,
on
too.
either side he wants. He can go wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Okay? He's got free reign.
Yeah.
So that's a really important delineation.
Steve thinks
It
you're being
looks the same a lot
unfair,
of
though. Steve Lehman in the chat said he's being ran into the ground. You're not telling the whole story as relates to Hutch.
What's the whole story? Like, because to be honest, I thought I was actually giving Hutch some love. I said he had 9 sacks. I said you need help on the opposite side. That's what Kelvin Shepherd was alluding to. Like, I actually pushed back a tad bit. Like, what am I missing? What do you want me to say about Hutch? Like, where are we being?
You've been the
unfair?
most fair, man. Look, when we didn't believe it,
you really want me
were
to come
in
and
front
kick
of
it funky to you?
Uh-oh.
Like, if you really want me to come here and kick it funky to you, it sounds a lot different than this. I got on this black for a reason. Like, don't make me turn into Martin on the Nino
you're
Brown
right.
episode.
You ain't got to do that.
Rottweiler.
Right, you ain't got to do that.
Cole, sit your $5. Now,
Dog,
look,
the
like,
Rottweiler
at the end of the day, yes, he has stats. But we're asking him to be something different. The Lions are paying him to be something different. The Lions drafted him to be something different. And at every turn, they said, this is what it is. Like, they believed in it so heavy that they went away. The conversation really wasn't about Aiden. It was, yes, what he can do a little bit better. But it was about what Kelvin Shepherd talked about, which is the other side. And that's where the Lions have failed. That's where Brad Holmes, as a GM, has failed.
If the person in the chat feels like we're not being fair, and we're only focused on sacks,
right?
Then what other statistics should we use? The pressures.
Pressures.
Well, he's 20th in the league. Should we use tackles for loss?
He's what in the league in pressures?
20th.
Bro, do you know how many narratives you just took?
Well, I'm just asking
took
the
a lot
question.
of wind from
That's
some
all.
sales, bro.
Tell me about tackles for loss. Is that important?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a statistic? I'm asking the question.
Absolutely.
Is that a statistic that is oftentimes associated with the edge rusher?
Yes.
Okay. Myles Garrett has 28. Max Crosby has 23. Brian Burns has 18. Will Anderson has 15. Aiden Hutchinson has 8. Okay.
Whoa.
Now, we're not trying to bury what we consider a really good player. I'm sorry, he has 9. A really good player. I think he's a really good player. He's getting paid like he is a great player. He needs help just like anybody else would.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
agree with
disagreeing
that.
with any of that.
Yeah.
What I'm asking is for the excuses to being stopped to stop. We make excuses for a lot. Look, we have criticized Amon-Ra St. Brown for dropping passes.
Yeah.
Okay? We have criticized people who have said Jahmyr Gibbs is better than Barry Sanders. It's ridiculous. We've criticized people who have said, Ali McNeil's going to take some time to get back. It's not like it's one guy. We're not looking at just one player and taking dead aim at one player. This is throughout of players who more is expected of because of certain financial obligations they've been given and because of certain responsibilities on the team they play.
Hey, Myles Garrett don't have these issues.
It's funny. It's funny. Like when people like you or people are like are supporting you, then they'll use certain things. But when they don't like you, they don't want to support you. They won't use those same things. For legitimately Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson is the second highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the effing NFL. Let that sink in. So with that, it comes more pressure. There comes more conversation. Whether Brad Holmes prepared you or not, and I said he didn't. So let's get that on the record. But when you don't like somebody, you're making excuses for them like, oh, well, it's double team. Oh, well, they didn't get anybody on the opposite side. He's making the second highest non-quarterback contract ever. Meanwhile, you don't like Bryce Underwood, so what happened? Man, he making $13.5 million. He should be more. He should do more. More of expected of him. More of expected is 18-year-old. See, you don't like him, so it's easy to say, man, he making 13.5. He better do something. He better find some touchdowns.
Or you can do both, like I do. If I can criticize both,
right.
But this ain't about you.
can do that.
But I'm talking to them.
Yeah, and then you've got Javier Baez. What do we always talk about with Javier Baez? We bring up his contract, don't we? Miguel Cabrera at the end of his career. What do? We brought up his contract, didn't we? We're paying 25, in that case, over $30 million for a guy who's hitting 216 with no power, right? That's what people were saying on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
That's what it should, and that's okay. And
Yes.
that should be perfectly fine.
Yes.
You know what? You're absolutely right. But when you want to lobby and now you want to talk about the Detroit Lions, where everybody is scared, this whole thing, one of the conversations I had a while back was the fragility of what this is. And now you're seeing more and more. This is really a fragile thing because anything you say about the Lions, boy, these fans want to fight you. They want to fight because they fear it now. The fear.
They fear that it's going to revert to the way it once was.
That feeling that they had before the 21 season.
Yeah.
Like that feeling that they had before the 22 season. Because remember, they were 3-13-1 after Dan's first year. So that same feeling that you had, like that's what they're.
So what do you think the feeling is right now?
Yeah, I was about to ask. Do you think they?
What is the
believe
feeling?
they're good?
What is the feeling generally?
Yeah.
I know you're painting people with a broad brush, but that's what I'm asking from Lions fans in general from this area.
Bro, it's two camps. It literally is battle lines.
I would say one of the camps is Dan Campbell is a good coach, but Dan Campbell is like some other coaches in this league that have won Super Bowls, a coordinator-dependent coach. Like he can use his coordinators more than other people.
All right.
Dan's a really good coach, but he's not that coach that doesn't need an offensive coordinator that's as good as Ben Johnson or doesn't need a defensive coordinator that's as good as Aaron Glenn. And it's nothing wrong with that. I think he's a better coach than Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni won a Super Bowl depending on coordinators. He got to a Super Bowl depending on really good coordinators. And I think that's one of the camps.
Okay.
Is Dan the guy to do it by himself, or does he need to this offseason find that coordinator that is on the precipice of taking off, finding that quarterback's coach that's right under a coordinator that's already taken off? I think that's one of the camps.
Okay. I like that. I think it's great. I think you're giving fans a lot of credit there.
That's
for
my
that.
camp. So.
But that's an interesting camp, and I would buy into that. I like that. I think fans are more emotional than cerebral when it comes to that aspect of it. So I think the emotional part of what Lions fans are, what you said earlier, we can't go backwards. Fear of going backwards is one of
those three letters,
and then the other one.
Don't even say
I was about
those.
to say that's what it is. Those
Don't
three
go.
letters.
That's so. That's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
That is so damn easy and
I don't
ridiculous.
like it. I hate
It's percolating,
It's
but that's
stupid.
what the fans are
It is
feeling.
I don't
percolating.
care. It's stupid.
Call it out.
Here's what we're gonna
Call
do.
it out, Seth, for real.
I got nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna go those three letters.
Solo
Okay.
can.
So I'm gonna. But the other.
What if the Lions don't make the playoffs for the next 2 years? Do those three other letters apply?
I just don't
use
buy
them now.
into it, man.
If they don't make the playoffs this year or next year, do those letters apply?
Not to me.
Okay.
But to others, I suppose it can. I just think it's really easy just to say that. I've got nothing else. I can't think any deeper, so I'm just going to say those three letters.
Pretty much.
So, but I think the other camp, to what we were just talking about, the other camp is probably more like I'm gonna stay true, hard, and believe in this team because it's the best team over the last 2 years that I've ever experienced.
Exactly.
And I don't want to give up on them.
Yeah. I'm between both right now. I'm between this doesn't look good for them. They're in a really, really crappy spot right now.
spot.
And I'm also between being a fan and know what this team is capable of, having lost back-to-back in 3 years. This at every turn that they faced adversity to this point, they've shown me that they can come out of it. Now
But
I'm seriously at the point where I question that a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. Braylon and I talked about this briefly yesterday. I don't think they have shown you that this year.
They haven't. To a big degree, they haven't.
How do we define adversity? I guess is the first thing we have to ask ourselves. The second thing is just because you haven't lost 2 in a row doesn't mean that you've been able to overcome adversity.
No, of
Denver
course.
lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And they overcame adversity by winning 9 in a row.
Absolutely.
And we don't even think their offense is that good, but their defense is nails, right?
Shep, we all knew that was going to end someday. It's just coming at a time where you didn't want it to end now because they're in the
I just
toughest
don't
stretch.
view that as the ultimate adversity. If you're going to alternate wins and losses, losses and wins, which is what's happened since the 4-game winning streak, they've alternated losses and wins every single. Is that coming out of adversity? I don't view it that way.
Here's the adversity. The adversity was the Minnesota Vikings game, and it hasn't gotten better. Like adversity, when you face adversity, how you deal with that determines what you are. They faced the adversity. I'm not counting the Chiefs loss. They lost to the Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs aren't necessarily that good. They got Patrick Mahomes. They had a couple breaks. They beat. I'm not saying that one. It's the Minnesota Vikings when you come into a game with a team in your division, knowing that you're a better team. I don't care how good that defense was. I don't care what Brian Flores did. You're a better team than that. You let J.J. McCarthy throw for 2 touchdowns, run for 1, and then legit like.
In a game you had to
This is
have.
the team that beat you. And then on offense, you got exposed. You got beat up at the line of scrimmage. You got beat up at the line of scrimmage on the defense as well. That was the adversity. Now, since that moment, it has not looked any better. And since that moment, you have also lost 3 more games that look equally as bad. And you should have lost to the New York Giants. And look what the damn Giants look like on Monday Night Football
against
last night.
a good team.
Like 30-7 at halftime.
They scored on 5 of their first 6 possessions.
They're a damn good team.
Yeah, they are.
But that was supposed to be you. Meanwhile, you should have lost to that team if the coach would have kicked the field goal. So since you've had adversity, you have not gotten better. It's been bad. It's been actually worse. It's been worse on the defensive side of the ball. You're worse defensively now than you were in that game. Offensively, you are worse offensively. Even when you had Sam Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown, you were worse offensively. So that adversity has shown us that this isn't the year thus far. And I'll leave it there.
I don't see how it can be, quite honestly. As much as I want it to be. I want to be wrong so badly on this situation. But if you look at the Lions and on all the things that they face, they're 1-3 in their division, and they are 4-4 in the conference. And if you look at Chicago,
the division record hurts so bad.
They're 6-2 in the conference. Green Bay is 6-2-1 in the conference. And Green Bay right now is 3-0 in the division. Now Chicago's 1-2 in the division, but they still have, the number
more
one
wins.
seed. Yeah, they got 9 wins.
Yeah, more wins.
I think that's important. 4-4 in the conference. It's just not something that we're used to seeing over the last 2 years.
And the other side of that too is, unfortunately, what the Lions have been really good in the last 2 years. I know, Shep, you get perturbed when people say the back-to-backs, but what they have been good at is at any moment, in any situation, finding a way. Now, they haven't won all the games. They lost some games, some stinkers. But for the most part, when the Lions' backer is against the wall, whether it's 3rd down and long, whether it's 4th down, whether it's 5 turnovers against the Houston Texans, whatever you've had these moments, you knew somehow the Lions were going to find a way to do the thing that got the W or to seal the deal. That feeling is no more.
I agree with you.
Like that
100%.
feeling. Like when the Lions get behind, I'm to the point when the Lions get behind, I'm like, oh, shoot.
I feel this. You know what? I'm glad you said that.
I'm like, don't let it get to 10.
Because I feel the same way.
Don't let it get to 10.
I feel like, are we going to be able to stop this team? That's how against the Giants and Green Bay. When Green Bay is reeling off long run after long run in the first quarter, I'm thinking, how are they going to stop
that Jameis Winston touchdown, the one he caught? I hit the chat. I said, it's a ball game.
But Shep, it used to not matter. Why? Because they could control the time of possession. And what did we see in years past? The Lions with the ball last. So we knew that they couldn't stop Matthew Stafford, but in the playoffs, what did we see? The Lions with the ball last. And they're not doing those things they used to.
Right, but what was more important is what they did when they had the ball with time of possession. They were scoring on a regular basis. They're setting franchise records for points. I don't care how long you have the football. If you're not scoring, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
And that's what the real issue is, because you legitimately in the division now, you can watch what you were on TV. How many Lions fans watched on Friday and say, hey, that's us?
That's our offense.
Like the Chicago Bears are not better than the Lions on offense now. They are not. They have a better offensive line and they got a better offensive coordinator. Like you stack position for position, the Lions are better than them. J-Mo, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Dave Montgomery, Sam Laporta, they are better than them. It's not close. They got an offensive line that can protect, and they have a coordinator that understands when and why. He understands when and why.
It's hard to deny that. Folks, I mean, we can try as hard as we want and be pissed off all we want and talk about a guy who takes his shirt off in the locker room and screams these things, and it pisses us off, and at Chicago, all that stuff, right? Bottom line is, you're right. And that was more important than I think a lot of us, including yours truly, were willing to admit.
And Dan Campbell, as well as Brad Holmes, made mistakes this offseason. Dan Campbell chose to hire Johnny Morton and parade him out here because he was here in 2022, because there was a familiarity with Jared Goff, and because they said, cool, let's sign him. Like, sometimes I get it. Hey, let's hire the guy in the room.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But when it's not this good, and now you got Johnny Morton talking at the podium, why am I listening to Johnny Morton? He's not calling plays. I don't even need to listen to that.
Yeah.
Like, he did that, and then Brad Holmes didn't necessarily prepare on the line of scrimmage. I'll just say that. On the line of scrimmage, he didn't necessarily prepare. And this is where we are.
Braylon, we say this all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to self-evaluate.
Yep.
All right? When this season ends, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but when this season ends, this team needs to do a deep dive into its self-evaluation, okay?
Yep.
And you're going to have to adjust. You got to do some things differently. If Dan Campbell, we're telling Dan Campbell not to go for it on fourth down because you don't have the same offensive line that you had a year ago. You don't even have the same offensive line you had at the beginning of the season when it was successful. If you don't have those bodies and you don't have that capability, then you can't just keep going for it. Brad Holmes has to consider the same thing, right, in his approach to free agents, trades, and drafting.
It's going to be interesting to see what this offseason looks like. And I'm not rushing ahead of this season.
No, I know you're
but
not.
It's going to be interesting to see because one of the compliments that we give Dan Campbell, and it is definitely deserved, he deserves this. He knows that he is not the smartest man in the room. He operates as such. He respects people, and he brings people in to do the job, that he believes need to be done. This offseason, I want to see what that looks like. Because this current situation is not it. Dan Campbell knows that. Sheila Hamp knows that. And that's somebody that's been quiet. Like, when she gets to the podium, then we'll know it's been real deal. I want to see what that hire looks like in the offseason. Because you got to hire somebody so, Dan, you can be the coach and that manages. The managers talking to the defense. Managers talking to the offense. Managers talking to the special teams and being able to pick those moments when you can pour into a player, pour into a linebacker. Right now, he's like a chicken running with his head cut off.
When he first got here and he recognized quickly that Anthony Lynn wasn't the right offensive coordinator, he got rid of him.
And he brought him out of retirement. I gave him so much credit for that.
Yeah.
That was his friend.
He needs I mean, I'm sure they're still friends. I mean, this is the way it works sometimes, right? He got paid. You need to do the same thing with John Morton. If indeed he's come to that conclusion. And when you take play calling away from somebody, that's a pretty good indication that you've lost some confidence.
In the middle of the season.
Yeah, when have you seen that happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take it, but then
we saw it with him and Anthony Lynn when he took it away.
But he fired him. They took him and fired him.
Yeah.
They just allowed Johnny Morton to stay on the staff so that they don't look as fractured and broken as they are. That's what that move is. I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
did Dan Quinn do that in Washington, take over the defensive calls? I think he did this year, and he said he's going to be calling defensive plays next year. I don't think he was calling the defense last year. I could be wrong there, but I don't believe that's the case.
That defense has gotten better, and Dan Quinn is a defensive dynamo. Dan Campbell's an individual that he knows offense. Dan Quinn knows defense. Like, I would trust Dan Quinn to coach my defense. So him taking over is different than Dan.
Okay,
in my opinion.
Fair enough.
That was kind of fun when they played last year. It was like Dan versus Dan. They both play old school tough guys.
Right.
In the deep. There has to be one moment where that's a defining moment for you so far this season, and what has given you either hope on why you think this team can spin out of it, or what has given you despair on why you can't see this team spinning out of it.
Stoked or scared.
We'll get to that when we come back on the Braylon Edwards Show after this from something I want really bad right now.
We need one right now.
90 minutes.
Right, what happened to the Smoothie King drop? I come on the show, you don't want to do Smoothie King.
Oh, it's on Fridays, but you know what?
You're not going to be here tomorrow either, and we're getting buddies tomorrow.
All right, I bet.
We get you some buddies, bro. I'll get you some Smoothie King, too. Look, hey, everybody, it's Braylon Edwards here. You know what time it is. I want to invite you to be part of something special, and I'm actually so excited for this Friday, the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week, as it features someone who I played with his father at the University of Michigan, man. So we'll drop it there, leave it there, and we'll talk about it next or tomorrow. But nominate a Detroit area high school athlete to win this award, man. But just don't nominate anybody. You got to nominate somebody from the Southeast Michigan who brings that hustle, that leadership, and that big impact to the community, man. That's what it's all about, reaching outside the field of sport. Now, when you do that, we'll announce this person. We'll put them on Fridays. We'll do the interview and rock and roll. Don't forget, the Smoothie King has also rechanged their menu, rebranded, and they're now bringing the real ingredients, the real fruit, the real protein to get you refueled, rehydrated, and back in the game. And last but not least, mention Braylon 2025 and get 20% off of all purchases at Smoothie King. Braylon 2025.
Man, I'm telling you, the smoothies are fantastic, but those acai bowls are out of sight as well. You know what else is out of sight? The deals that Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning have for you right now. If you're a DTE gas customer, you're going to get a free furnace tune-up through the end of 2025. The rest of this month, it's free from Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning. Folks, they know what the hell they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time. They are experts. Check out their website, sharonsheating.com, and another indication of just how special it is to work with a company like this, because they've got free instant estimates for equipment replacement. They've got online filter purchasing directly from the website, SharonsHeating.com. Call them today, 734-238-3804. That's 734-238-3805, and tell them the Braylon Edwards Show sent you.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
If you are looking for the ultimate pickleball experience, you got to check out Wicked Pickle. They got 10 climate-controlled courts, a chill lounge with cold drinks, and that makes it Metro Detroit's hottest indoor pickleball spot. If you see that QR code, go ahead and scan it now and get a jump on this information. All right, and also mark those calendars for the Woodward Sports Pickleball Open on Friday, January 9th. Come and watch your favorite Woodward Sports personalities go head-to-head against each other and other pickleball pros. This is in just over a month. You don't want to miss it. The Woodward Heavyweights, it will be broadcasting live from Wicked Pickle from 5 to 7 p.m. So if you want in on this action, scan that QR code or register today at pickleballtournaments.com for a chance to compete and maybe even take down your favorite Woodward Sports personalities. I hear even Bray and Shep's supposed to be in the building.
Man, they trying to stick with Maz, man. So that's going to be a time.
KG and Maz?
Yeah, I don't know how successful we'll be, but maybe after that game, I might need a massage, man. So shout out to the Massage Chair House. If you're looking to upgrade your relaxation game, check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest with top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and the beautiful Osaki Platinum that we got right here in the studio. Man, I love that thing. Located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. You can book a visit, go to massagechairhouse.com or scan that QR code above my big old head here. Massage Chair House, your ultimate ticket to recovery and relaxation.
Yes, I've got you with that, yes, sir.
No, he did.
We back.
Let me give you guys a little update, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about my fantasy team. You know what I'm
All
right,
he don't care about fantasy.
When he shrugs his shoulders, you know he's got something boastful to say. He goes like this.
Yeah.
That means he's going to give it to us real. Here we go.
You know what's up? You're absolutely correct, man. Don't tell people my tricks and my tricks. So I just knew that this week was over. I'm telling you, every time I come here, I say my team is trash because it is. I'm
God.
I'm waiting for the.
You're in second place.
Thanks for spoiling it.
You're right.
Thanks for spoiling it. You know what I'm saying?
Ray, we know what it is.
But I'm sorry. I scored 81 points and won. You buried the lead. I was gonna talk about how I legitimately was waiting to lose. I had 81 points.
You won with 81 points.
See, thank you. Now that's what I'm saying. My team scored. That's the team I have. And
Who did you beat? Kool-Aid again?
I beat
Kool-Aid again. No, Kool-Aid do not even play.
No, you know Kool-Aid
he does.
No,
you finally checking your team this year?
No, he doesn't. And he didn't help me either. But
right, Kid Kool-Aid doing it.
I'm totally not checking my lineup right now.
I love General Manager Braylon. I love it. I mean, it's one of my favorite segments.
Lamar Jackson scored 6 points. Kenneth Gainwell scored 6 points. DK 6 points. Like Devontae Smith 9. 0 for Don Kincaid. I didn't do the switch. That's on me. Jake Bates 6. The Eagles defense 4. I got some points for Brendan Strange and then McCaffrey. Like this is my team. It's miserable. But I'm in second place.
Hey. What's your record?
9-4.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but he's struggling, right?
Hey, I just legitimately explained my team to you. I can't help it that
I was supposed to have
lucky.
Lamar. You jumped me. Remember, I was right behind you in the draft. I was gonna take Lamar. You took him. I took Josh Allen right after that.
Let me explain something.
It was supposed to be me.
But let me explain something to you. Like, I picked before you, so I didn't steal him from anybody.
You stole.
I
was the only one taking quarterback. I was the only one taking quarterback in that round. And here you come taking the best QB on the board at the time.
Because I'm smart. Like,
yeah, I know
I'm smart. I had Christian McCaffrey as my first round pick, and I got the 11. So you went 11 and right back. I'm let me get a quarterback.
I've had a better year with Josh Allen, but I'm just saying.
I got Matt Stafford on my bench.
I don't know if you're scoring 81 points. Are you really that smart as a general manager? If you're scoring 81 points,
I'm 9-4, second place.
9-4. That's all that matters.
We have an 18 playoff, so I mean that's a low bar. But I mean,
wow, you have 8 teams.
Yes, 8 teams getting in the playoffs. I'm coasting right now.
How many are in the league?
I'm like 5-7. I'm just coasting right now.
12 are in the league.
Hey, but you know what though? Like, the goal was to not have to play. Freaking what's his name?
Broder, yeah.
Not play Broder.
Yeah, Broder's
team
dangerous
is insane
right now.
And he lost.
Is that good?
And he lost Daniel Jones.
He got Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor, bro.
And Jackson.
How did that happen?
I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on. And Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yes.
What in the hell?
Yes.
Who's everybody else drafting?
I don't know.
Well, he will and nil to make deals. Like they deal with everybody in chat except me, but it's cool.
Well, if he's a deal maker, good for him, man. He knows exactly what he's doing. What's his record?
No, he's undefeated.
No, he lost once.
He lost this week.
Yeah.
It's his first loss.
Matt
scored 196.
You said what? Matt scored 196?
Matt scored 196.
Jeez, man.
And he had like 50 on the bench.
Of course he
had
did.
50 on the bench.
I thought I was doing well at 131 points last week.
He got 32 out of whose defense? Seattle.
Yes.
He got
32
points.
Woo.
Yeah.
Well, they had 5 sacks, 4 interceptions, picks, and he had
that
pick
was
6.
2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago, right?
No,
Seattle
it's been a long week. They played Minnesota.
Oh, I'm thinking Sam Darnold threw 4 picks with Seattle. Yeah, you're right. Wow, that's big.
Defense, so.
All right, listen. Well, congratulations. At least you're 9-4. At least you're going to make the playoffs.
That just lets you know how bad the other team's league suck. That's all. It's an indictment on the other team.
Or maybe you're getting them at the right time.
That's all it is.
Yeah, maybe it's time.
KG team sucks.
No, you know
no, it do not. No, it do not.
You know it was worst nightmare, right?
Tennessee
I'll see you in the playoffs, dog.
My team sucks.
Nightmare, right?
You might be the person I play in the first round.
I'm waiting to lose. My team is not good. Like DK Metcalf has not scored more than 9 in the last 7 weeks. Let that sink in.
Well, that's because he hitching his wagon to Aaron Rodgers.
I'm serious. You know I'm gonna get that last spot. That is his worst nightmare.
You don't even check your team. Kid Kool-Aid running your
team. I'm one game out of the playoffs. One game out of playing him in the first round. One game.
All right. Well, listen. 9-4. I'm happy for you. I hope you all. I hope all 3 of you make the playoffs. All right. I really do.
He's got an interesting team,
especially if you've got 8 in the playoffs. That's amazing. There comes a point in time, I think, with every team, I would say, and a coach and a tenure, where people come to a specific conclusion.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Michigan State this year, I think most people, when they lost to UCLA at home, that was a defining moment for them. Okay, I'm out.
Yep.
Followed by Northwestern.
All right. I'm out, right? I'm jumping off.
Yeah.
Although Northwestern had a few games there. I mean, they scared a few teams, but I hear
20.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
By 20 plus.
Yeah, by 20 plus. So I think there's a lot of Spartan fans who just said, you know what, I can't do it anymore. We've got to move on. If you do move on from the Lions, what's the loss or what's the moment?
Ooh.
If you believe in the Lions, what is the same question, the moment that makes you believe? Braylon, what would it be? You've already answered it, I believe.
I was trying to be on the side of this is the moment where I thought that I think the Lions still have hope, or this. I mean, I was thinking about what Jahmyr Gibbs is doing. I think he's turning into something special, although it was nowhere to be found last week. I think he and J-Mo are still fighting for their lives. As much as we make about J-Mo's still out there trying to do what he can. He's dropping passes here or there, but he's also getting touchdowns. He's making plays. He's extending drives. So I want to say it, but I cannot get the Vikings games out of my head. Right. And then from that Vikings game, like after you have a game like the Vikings, Shep, you got to course correct. You can't go from the Vikings and 2 weeks later give me the New York Giants game. I cannot unsee Jameis Winston. I know it was a win. Might as well have been a loss. I cannot unsee Jameis Winston going ham and cheese with Wan'Dale Robinson, Theo Johnson, and Tracy.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
Like, I can't unsee the fact he caught that touchdown rise and then shook Derek Barnes, made him miss step over him.
Oh, my gosh. Why did you remind me?
Like, I can't unsee that. That Giants game was the jumping off point for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid? So you're out, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, just so people are aware, 2.5 weeks ago, he picked Dallas over Detroit. And this was before the debacle on Thanksgiving. He picked Dallas. He said, it was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He said Dallas is going to, Lions are going to have a problem with the Cowboys. And the reason I remember that is because it's the start of the homestand is what it was. Okay? So you had the Giants, you had the Packers, then you had the Cowboys. You said, I could see them maybe going 2-1. He said, and I said, the loss to Green Bay, the loss to Dallas. All right, Kool-Aid, what's your jumping off or buy-in point?
Green Bay too.
Yeah, you know what? It's this. We've talked about it all year about the who are you based on who have you
song
beaten.
By the Who, yeah.
Yeah, based on who have you beaten. And to this point, I'm just not seeing the signature of it all.
Okay.
So if you lose to both the Dallas Cowboys and the Rams, that to me, if you lose to both of them, you're setting yourself up pretty badly.
No.
It's over.
It's over.
If you lose Thursday, it's over.
Dude, if you lose Thursday, it's over. I mean, I'm asking you your jumping off point to this point already.
Oh,
that's why he said the Giants.
Well, yeah.
So has there been a jumping off moment, or has there been something enough to give you enough hope? Yeah. Obviously, something gave you hope because you said like if we lose to Dallas and the Rams, so there's some hope there.
I'm gonna always have a little bit of hope. There was something that definitely jarred me when you see Jameis Winston have Derek Barnes all sprawled out across the floor like that. It's like, what is going on right now? We talked about that when it happened the next show, Shep. But for me, I do give a little bit of hope because I remember, the Chiefs, I remember the 49ers. I know the Chiefs, they've won Super Bowls, so they're a little bit different. But the 49ers, the year that they beat us, they actually looked terrible coming down the stretch of the season. They didn't look like a cohesive team. They had some injuries, but people kept talking about there's a pedigree there. There's an identity there. The Lions have established things before this season. They still haven't lost back-to-back games. So until they start to do those things, even though a little bit of their identity is off, until that happens, I still have to believe that this team can get it done because how do we get to these points? Because they got it out the mud that way. And so until those things start to break down, I'm still going to believe, even though there's been some uncharacteristic aspects of how this team has looked that has me really like, what the heck is going on? Like KG was saying earlier, I haven't been this non-Kool-Aid on the Lions in a long time.
That's an interesting way to
right.
This non-Kool-Aid. Remember that team though, that San Francisco team referred to. They had 12 wins. They had 10 conference wins. They lost their last game.
Yeah.
And they legitimately had the MVP if he would have beaten Lamar Jackson. We remember that Baltimore Ravens San Francisco 49ers game. It was whoever wins this game is going to be MVP. Yeah. And that's exactly how it played out. Also, that was a coach that had already been to 2 Super Bowls, and that was his third Super Bowl.
For me, it's the Minnesota game. That was jarring to me.
Yeah,
the inability to stop what a team was doing on a regular basis.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings, and Braylon and I talked about it and learned even that much more afterwards, but that my eyes were not deceiving me. But that the pressure up the middle was constant. And it has remained that way for the most part since that game. That's the game I would have said, look, with 9 starting for the opposition.
Right. His best game.
And respecting as much as I do the Minnesota defense and Brian Flores and Justin Jefferson, just who's better. Sometimes I look at games and I think, we're just better than they are. And I didn't that one was a hard one for me to compute. When they lost that game, the way they lost it as much as anything else, that one shook me. And that's part of the reason I can't get that one out of my head. That's part of the reason that I don't want to say I'm out. But I find it really hard for this team. They have given me nothing since that time to shake what I remember from Minnesota.
And just you said a word there, better. Are they better? Of course they're supposed to be better. You guys have used that term, and I came into the season believe, of course we're better than this team and that team. The way that the results have looked, though, now for the first time, I find myself asking, are they better than some of these teams?
It's fair to
Are
ask.
they really better?
Also, when you look at the Minnesota Vikings game, you got to look at it like this. Amon-Ra St. Brown was healthy that game. Sam Laporta was healthy that game. I think he got injured towards the end of that game. But, the best thing the Lions do is the offense. Because of the offensive line, but the best thing the Lions have done is the offense. It's the weapons. It's Jared Goff when he has time. It's the play action. It's the running game. It's all of that. So this is going to be the best thing about you. That has to look good at some point. That has to be the overcoming variant. That offense is not good. Right. So if your best thing,
their calling card,
your calling card is not serviceable enough to where you can't beat teams that you should be, or you can't put up points on defenses that you might that's the issue, because now defense is not good. No matter how you slice it, this defense is not good. So when your offense can't pick you up, your offense can't be the catalyst, now you're struggling.
And that was a game, if you recall, Minnesota bullied Detroit.
They did
up front.
They
rushed for 142 yards. We talk about J.J. McCarthy or 9. When fine, it's only because maybe he played a quarter or quarter 2. But it's really the running game that troubled me. It's Detroit's inability to run, inability to stop. Minnesota basically said, this is what we're doing the entire game. Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator, said, we're going to rush the A gap and the B gap. There's nothing you can do about it. And they did it the entire game.
Them off kill. And you're not lying about that, Shep. You just added a very important piece of that. It's how they ran the ball. But I will give you a little bit even more ammo in that situation. Aaron Jones hadn't played that year. He legitimately was out. He was messing around. He was injured. Then he was on IR. And then that was his first game back. So we're legitimately laughing they got Aaron Ross. Because, Aaron Jones, because he was on my fantasy team. So legitimately, I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, man, they're going to have their way with Aaron Jones. Man, that first drive, I said, who the hell is this?
Dude, he averaged 8.7 yards per carry in that game.
You can't have that.
That to me is inexcusable.
They used to stuff running backs in duffel bags.
Sacked Jared Goff 5 times in that game. Remember? Those are what about you, KG? What's the concerning or hopeful moment that you've taken recently?
I got one for both. Precursor, I'm never out on this team. I'm with them today. We all know it.
Okay, good.
Hey, stop it. But, the moment that would probably set me off is this past weekend, Thanksgiving. That was the most important game of your season. And for you to, to a team that embarrassed you in week 1, to chase the game that you barely won against the Giants with that game right there. And I understand it was 3 days rest. I understand the injuries that you're going through, but nobody's going to apologize for you. So that was their most important game. We all know it. And the fact that they lost in the fashion that they did, like you said, defense kind of starting to have that trend as well, that they're not as good as the offense, because we've been seeing the offense struggle all year. Now the defense is caught up with that. That's the point as a fan where I'm like, okay, this does not look good for my football team.
I thought the offense was pretty good early on. They won 4 straight games, a lot of it because of their offense. But lately, absolutely, I think it's been horrible.
Thanksgiving, Jared Goff went a whole quarter without a completion. That was damn near
crazy.
Unforgivable.
Green Bay controlled the entire.
They did. You got dominated. Both sides of the ball.
40-20.
Also, too, I just don't like the point. It's a bad conversation. I got to try to have some hope around.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be negative. I'm asking.
What my next comment was it had nothing to do with that. I'm more so when I'm watching Lions players now, and I'm watching on defense, I'm watching offense. They've gotten to the point where I'm even asking myself, was this player really like that, or did I prejudge how good this player was on defense? That's now. Well,
Did
no, Because if you remember back 2021, I always wanted who?
Yeah,
I wanted Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, you did.
But I'm watching Brian Branch. I'm like, is Brian Branch as good as I thought he was?
He's having a down year.
Like, but you're starting to watch plays, and it just doesn't even look the same.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking, he's missing tackles. He's lapsing in coverages. Like, he just stopped on the one touchdown, and Shep, you pointed it out.
Oh,
yeah.
He just completely stopped. And I tried to make the excuse, well, it's cover 2. He funnels him
he had
out,
the safety
and
up
then the
over the
safety
top.
comes over top. But it looked like I'm not disinterested.
Yeah.
But it looked like, man, I'm just
They're
beat up.
doing
Maybe I'm not all
things
the way
right
locked
now
in.
that we just have not
They make
seen.
you question. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. But that's what losing does,
You know?
right?
Oh, for
And-
sure.
And the way that they're losing.
I do have a positive though.
Okay.
Real quick, just the Ravens game. I remember, the amount of joy as fans we had with that game because that was a game we knew they had to exercise some demons, right? And to this point, that's probably the best we've seen the Lions look like the entire year. And I get it, in the first half it was a little bit dicey, but they dominated that team in the second half. And I know they were missing some defensive pieces, but you still played Lamar Jackson.
Right.
You still played Derrick Henry. And that was a narrative game. That was something to where we were like, the Lions can't beat good teams, especially good AFC teams. Lamar has been torturing us for years now. We have a chance to go into Baltimore and win that game, and they did that. And it kind of gave you.
What about?
It was week 3 though, brother.
Yeah, it was.
The
And
more-
to your
Long time
point,
ago.
The more information you have, how is that Ravens team now?
Yeah, that's right.
True.
So it's like, because I said that and I agree, because that
Yeah.
was a stable game. And when we presented, I said, if they win this game, this is different.
Yeah.
This has a different, you put your chest out a little further
Yeah.
when you beat Lamar Jackson. And we did. And we all did, until you start to watch the Ravens and you're like, oh, this team ain't even that good.
Not true. They battling back now,
But even in that win, it's like you
They
talk
just
about
lost.
that identity.
I know they just lost. I'm just saying, but they do still have a chance. But to
That's
your point,
because the AFC North is abysmal.
yeah, it's abysmal.
But you're
Yeah.
right.
Used to be the best division. Now it's the garbage division.
Right.
They
But
lost
where's
to
their
the
identity for the Lions? You talk about a team last year who lost a lot of players and they had to go well into their depth, but they still look like themselves. In the 20s, we knew what they were going to do, but in the red zone, they were very, very stout. They could go and get those takeaways. And they looked, when teams would line up, they would second guess saying, oh, yeah, we're going to go for 4th down against the Lions. But it seems like some edge is just missing from what the Lions were in the red zones, what the Lions were at making teams
It's a
turn
good
the ball
question.
over.
It is. It's a really good question. What's missing?
He's 4 hours and 15 minutes away. He's 4 hours and 15 minutes away. He now coaches the Chicago Bears.
hate to say it.
Like, legitimately.
Did we underestimate the change?
100%. Like it
I
was
did.
always an underestimation because when Shep, you've watched this game, you've covered this sport, you understand these things. When you see what the offense was with the Detroit Lions, and when you start hearing like the records and the things and the numbers and the stats and the E's and the 4th down, it got to the point where the Detroit Lions in the red zone were toying with teams, and it still was working. Remember when the Chiefs used to do all that crazy stuff, like get out there and do the ring around the posy and the huddle and all that, and then shuffle the ball to Travis, and he would shuffle the ball back, and they would score? It was amazing. It was like
Backyard football.
The Lions were better.
Campbell was on the interview.
The Lions
was like,
were
we just
better.
need an
The
interception,
quarterback
and they
wasn't
got
better.
it.
The Lions' offense the last 2 years, 2.5, was better than that.
Yeah.
Better than what the Chiefs were doing. Like, they don't have that anymore. And the offensive line isn't the same.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson and that offense isn't the same. They're trying to find themselves. They're trying to find themselves between the 20s. They're
You're
trying
right.
to find
They're
themselves in the
searching
game.
for that
They're
magic over the
searching.
last 2 years.
Gibbs has saved them in a
There's-
major
there's-
way.
There's no
With
doubt
some of them
about
home
that,
run
yeah.
balls that he's had, like he saved this team in a major
Well,
way.
I feel kind of stupid
Yeah,
because
you ain't lying about that. You
after
also say Brad Holmes.
after that run of 4 straight wins, we mocked the fact that Ben Johnson was gone, that
Right.
everybody made
We
it
put
such a
54
deal.
on it.
And we said all these things that, you know what? It was Dan Campbell's offense. Writers wrote about it, analysts talked about it, radio and TV broadcast talked about it too. People forget this was always Dan Campbell's offense. And now, where are they? And now, what are we saying? And now we've reverted back to the preseason narrative. Because guess what? It seems more right than it was wrong. When we come back, 3 outstanding catches from the weekend that we want an all-pro wide receiver to break down for you. Which one's the best?
And they also, something people have to stop doing as it relates to that.
All right. We get to all that and more. That's a professional tease from a professional football player right after this. From Les Stanford and Jack's Car Wash. Les Stanford has got – there's a time where you want to get some inventory off your lot. Les Stanford doesn't look at this time of the season like that. They look at every month like that. They're trying to help you in so many different ways. You've got so many different opportunities to cash in and take advantage of their fantastic deals. Look at those right there on your screen. The 2026 Hummer EV as low as $699 a month plus tax. The 2026 Silverado Crew Cab LT for as low as $159 a month plus tax. And the 2025 Cadillac Optic for only $449 a month plus tax. Go to Les Stanford Buick GMC today. Check out their massive inventory, or you can just go to their website, lesstanford.com.
Woodward Sports and Jazz Car Wash have partnered up to hook you up with a free car wash. Why don't you do this? Text WSN to 888-522-1729. Why would you do that? That's because Jack's is the best car wash in the state. With over 40 locations around the great state of Michigan, this is a car wash for you. Don't forget about that unlimited plan. $29.99 will allow you free vacuums, free compressed air, free Mac cleaning rooms, all the jazz, all the bells and whistles to keep your car shining and looking great. Come on down to Jazz Car Wash because it is the best.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.
Don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Catch him every Tuesday on Big D Energy as well as Thursdays right here on the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, where he shares top-tier advice to keep the athletes in peak condition. You want to trust the guy that the pros and the greats do as well. Here's how you stay in the game and perform at your best. How about you go to Michigan Sports, MichiganSportsandSpine.com, or you can just call 248-426-9944.
Tell the good people about Buddy's Pizza.
Oh, thank you. I see. I'm licking my lips right now, and I'm thinking,
pause.
I could really use a Buddy's Pizza. Although I'll wait for tomorrow, because that's when it's coming. Receive a free 4-square, one-topping pizza voucher with every $50 gift card purchase now through the end of 2025. We know that you're having some holiday parties, too. Sometimes they're in person, and if you want to use Buddy's, welcome it, because they got all-you-can-eat party packages starting at $15 a person. Sometimes you cater it. Well, if you want to do that, well, the original Detroit-style pizza will come to your door and say you can save 20% off of your order of $200 or more with a promo code HOLIDAY20. It's the holiday season. Take advantage of it. It's Buddy's Pizza. Go to their website, buddyspizza.com, and for catering, go to buddyspizza.com/catering today.
Ooh, look at that pizza up there, Shep.
Shep, what would it do for you if OKC Thunder broke the Golden State Warriors record of 73 wins, in which they did not win the championship?
Yeah.
What would it do for you? Anything?
Not really, but I really like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So
93 games in a row with 20 or more points.
They are so good. They are so good. They're really fun to watch. But we should really breaking news.
Presti, man.
Yeah, he's really good. He did it twice.
You see what he's got up his sleeve right now?
Yeah.
He's got the Clippers. He's got the Clippers pick. And the Clippers are struggling. They got all those injuries. He's going to mess around and have another top 5 pick.
They got all the picks in the world. You can't even use these picks.
I was going to say, I thought they had 3 first-round picks.
In this draft.
Yeah. In this draft.
And
yes.
I don't know how good the draft is, but still, 3 first-rounders, you can use that for either now or capital later, right?
Yeah.
Go
get a star. We falling off, go get a star. We got the picks. Like, it's crazy.
Go get a star. He's got 3 of them. Well, I would say
young
Chet
stars,
Holmgren's
but
a
yeah.
star, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, obviously a star.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams is a hell of a
Chet's
player.
But my point
by
is they can
this
keep it rolling a lot easier.
By this era's kind of metrics, he's a star. Star enough to win.
Well, speaking of basketball, Kool-Aid's got some breaking news. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. You guys can already see my face, so you know what it's about. Cade Cunningham was named the NBA's Eastern Conference Player of the Month, and this is 4 games played in October and November. Shout out to Cade Cunningham, man. It is his first such Player of the Month honor.
That reverse layup the other night, that'll live in my dreams. That thing was a thing of beauty.
The reverse spins.
Yeah,
We've been talking about it for years.
I thought it was fantastic, and I thought Jalen Duren was the best player on the floor last night. Okay. I love Cade Cunningham, full stop. The 6 turnovers pissed me off. Okay?
Yeah.
And to Braylon's point about Aiden Hutchinson, we talk about all the positive, which is great. And he deserves Player of the Month. Averaged 29 points per game, 6.5 boards, 9.5 assists. He's shooting 45.5% from the floor. Dude is unbelievable. And you know what? He makes it look so damn
He plays at his own
his
speed.
jump shot is just so beautiful. I mean, I love it. But the 6 turnovers bothered me last night. Not so much that they won the game.
Did have 8 stocks, 5 steals, 3 blocks last night.
Yeah.
There's 18.
And Isaiah Stewart had 5 blocks.
Yeah.
Shout out Beef Stew and Ron Holland.
He's Beef Stew just holding on, man.
Yeah.
He's that player. I can't wait till they phase him out, man.
Man, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that to Beef Stew. He one of their best defenders.
Man, get out of here with them old ass knee straps,
Man,
man.
come on.
Don't look at KG face.
Leave Beef Stew alone, man. I can't believe it.
I would
over there
say
looking
this.
like
I can't
Isaiah
believe
Stewart.
it.
Every time I see him in the game, I'm like, oh, Lord.
I do think the Pistons are getting to a point, though. They are getting to a point where I think a lot of people are looking at them and saying,
Oh, my God.
do you think they would make a trade to make them championship contenders?
Oh, we got that question.
At somebody, it's at some time. I'm not saying it's now, okay? But at some point, somebody's going to ask that question. And Trajan Langdon's going to have to decide that. Who do you package or trade to bring in somebody who can provide you something that they don't have right now? I don't know who that is. I'm not claiming to know who that is. I know Lauri Markkanen's name has been bandied about out there. He's having an unbelievable season. He's a really good scorer. You'd sacrifice a lot of defense for it. That's the question. Because their defense, to Kool-Aid's point last night, was fantastic.
Yeah. The Pistons are in a situation, too, where, you know what, with the East being in the peril that it's in, where you guys being as good as you are, number 1 in the East, or number 2 in the East, number 1 back and forth between that and the Cavs, like, if you make a move, it will be understood. You're making a move. You're trying to stay ahead of the curve. You're trying to go strike while the iron's hot. The flip side of that is what you're building right now, what it looks like. This is something maybe you want to see what it is. If you make a move, sacrifice the pieces, and it doesn't work out, like, you won't hear the end of that, and you'll be under fire very quickly. Meanwhile, if you just kind of let this matriculate, let this play out, see what it is, maybe add a minor-ish piece, and see what it looks like in the playoffs, you'll get to next year and be able to do the things and figure it out.
Like they did a year ago with Dennis Schroeder. Although I bet you there's a lot of people. Look, if you're going to be consistent, let's be consistent.
Say it.
If we're going to say that about the Lions, the trade deadline, you need to do something. We're going to say that about the Tigers. There is a window of opportunity, and you got to do something. People would probably, I would hope they would do something similar to what the Pistons would do now this year.
I'm clamoring for it.
That's all.
Yeah,
so I'm not asking right now. I'm just saying at some point we're going to start thinking about that. I want to get to these plays because I'm excited. I wanted to do it yesterday. We just didn't have time. I want your take on this. We don't have to do a Braylon's breakdown if we don't want to. But there were 3 plays over the weekend, 3 wide receiver catches that were simply spectacular. Yeah. And I want, from your opinion, as soon as I saw them, I'm thinking about you. I want your opinion on which was the best, the hardest, and what you appreciate about all 3. Go ahead.
All right, first of all, we know what time it is. This is Brock Bowers. This is
shout out to Chill Medicated.
They always want to chill medicated. This is like the chill medicated Braylon's breakdown, man. So we're gonna do things nice and chill. So right now, you're where are you at right now? 6-yard line. Brock Bowers is up top. He's matched up man to man. It's gonna be a fade route or a fade stop. He gives a little jab on the fade route. Geno throws. Actually, Geno put it almost in a really good spot.
Ooh. Oh my
God. When you got a tight end like Brock Bowers, who's the best player in his draft,
Shout out my fantasy
that
team.
is
My other league.
ridiculous. To be able to catch a ball that low, stick your arm out, snag it, and catch it, that's a hell of a catch. Because you have to have arm, you have to have hand strength. You got to be able to go down, palm it, grab it, bring it back. That's touch. Also, you have to be able to locate that fast. So when you're running, as you'll see him, you legitimately have a quick window to look for the fade. You're looking up. Ball's not up, it's down. So now you got to open up, get off the DB. He's getting held right there, too, by the way. Right. I mean, that was a light hold by the DB. I wouldn't have called it, but it was definitely something there.
And falling down.
Falling down, and he makes I got one line. I'm going to send that in. But yeah, that's tough.
Okay.
That's absolutely
all right.
tough.
So you like that one.
Now, I like it a lot because of how low he had to go down there with one hand, catch it, and bring it up. But that was
the control,
tough.
everything.
All right, so that's one. Here's another one. This is Puka Nacua.
This one was sick. Off the ball, off the line of scrimmage, he gives him a little stutter move down there. J.C. Horn didn't go for it, or none. J.C.'s not number two. Number two didn't go for the move. He knew what it was going to be. Actually played good defense. He did everything he was supposed to do. The problem is, Puka Nacua is a monster. To be able to go up with the arm like that.
That's nuts.
And then palm it. He actually palmed the DB's arm and the ball at the same time. And, oh, by the way, it was raining. The hardest thing and what wide receivers never want to see, we don't want to see rain. Like, we do not want to see rain. It makes it very
Rain
difficult.
worse than wind?
Look at that.
Well,
He
when
high
I
pointed.
catch the ball, I just got to adjust it.
He high pointed and one-handed that ball. Look at that.
Reverse. Got the arm. That's
Look at
tough.
that.
That's tough.
What can you do with that?
Nothing, because he almost could have got him and kept running.
Yeah.
100%. That's tough.
It was almost like he was sitting there like, yeah, that was nice.
That's an unbelievable
to be able to
Like, oh,
reverse
crap, get up
palm
and run.
Yeah.
and bring the ball in, like that's a different type of catch. That's a harder.
Michael Wary believes that is the best catch this year.
You said what?
Michael Wary thinks this is the catch of the year.
Wait till you see the next one, though.
Ooh.
It's pretty good,
All right,
too.
here we go.
Bam.
That was tough. I'm gonna say that about everything.
Okay. And now this is the Giants and the Cowboys.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this in here. I appreciate this. I wish you would have saved it for later, but you know what? Hey, if you want to put the greatest catch of all time in there third, I have no problem with it.
Eli Dum Dum
Monday Night Football. Eli Manning doesn't do a lot right during the regular season, but boy, oh boy. He launched this one out here, Dallas, New York. I want to say this was on Orlando Scandrick.
So you tell me this one still stands the test of time.
Like the fact that he legitimately stays in bounds, he gets held. And see, this is the thing about this catch. This is the greatest catch ever. Like he caught it with 2 fingers or 3 fingers. That's the part.
Yeah.
Nobody else, like everybody wants to talk about the George Pickens catch, which was sick when he was the Steelers on the sideline. There's been a ton of 6 catches. There's another one that we're about to show from the Commanders game. But the Odell Beckham catch, he catches the ball with 3 fingers. Like he
he scores a touchdown.
It's a full rotation. Look where his arm goes. Like your ball and socket joint on your shoulder has to be a little bit. Like look at this. Look at that.
It takes him back.
It takes him back.
Yeah.
He literally doesn't care where he falls.
It gets both feet in.
God. Yo, and the flags add to the lore too.
Like this,
I'm like, that's nasty.
Like so, I'm glad you put that in there because when there's a catch each year, there's always a new catch. Like the Sam Laporta one, there's always going to be a catch that's really, really good. Stop saying it's the greatest catch of all time. He caught this with 3 fingers, and it was a touchdown.
Nasty.
This is the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Yep. Forgive me, I got to find the Commanders one.
Oh, that's all good. We don't have to, but this is the greatest catch of all time.
Yeah, the Burks catches.
And then that one
is unbelievable. Yeah,
I think Puka Nacua's is the best from the weekend. Now,
Do you?
Yeah, because when you're a receiver, like
one
this
more time,
catch
bro.
is easier to make. When you can use your hand, you catch the ball in perfect stride and catch there. It's an easier one-hand catch.
That's a little offensive pass interference.
Well, he cut him off though.
Yeah, I was about to say he held the hip.
That's pretty ticky-tack. If you think that's offensive pass interference,
it could have been called that way.
Well, he interfered with his route, and so he's just trying to politely get back by him. But yeah,
that's interesting. You think that's the best? If you can find the Burks one, do that because that's the one I was really excited for you to see.
This is an easier motion, like maybe not.
Look
but
at
catching the ball like this, like catching it and palming it, the ball's
Yeah.
coming, like it's coming right to your point.
Yeah.
So the ball lands right here. This is easier than having to go up, reverse grab it, and now here I gotta finish the tuck.
Yeah.
So like this, when it comes out here, like I can just tuck this and fall and do whatever I'm gonna do. Once I catch it here, I can tuck it, I can move, I can do this and be good. This catch, I have to do this. Now tuck it and finish the fall. That's much tougher. That's harder.
Okay.
And guess what?
Hey, good job. Way to go, you guys.
There you go.
Thank you.
Look at KG.
Look at this one. This one is, I think this one's pretty special.
No,
too.
it's a special catch. And then you got the DB right there.
Yeah.
Like this one, and this is going to suck that I'm taking credit away from that receiver.
Okay.
This is off. This is an amazing throw. And he stuck his hand up, and that ball stuck right in his hand. Like, just watch. Shoop.
I don't know why I thought
Look
he was
at where
gonna try
that
and
throw
catch
is.
with his left
Yeah,
We get
that's
sound
way
effects too.
outside.
I like
Look
that.
at that throw.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't have put that in any other spot. That's the perfect spot. And then when I talk about like the tuck, rewind a little bit, KG.
I got you.
Like after he catches, now watch how not easy, wrong word, but watch the process. After he catches, look right down and then. So now he's just fall down. He just
That's
catch.
what you were describing over here. Yeah.
Puka had to take from
Gotcha.
here. Now I gotta keep it. This whole process to get it to the body and then fall down.
So they're all spectacular catches.
All of them.
How would you rank them? Puka number 1, Bowers 2, Burks 3. Is that how you're doing? Okay.
I would go this 2.
This 2. Okay.
Yeah, this is 2 for sure.
Okay.
Bowers was a really good catch, but that also had the level of blindness. It had the DB right there. It was in his face.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough. So I would go Puka number 1. I would go with the Commanders.
Oh.
Yeah.
We could watch all of them.
Sick, dog.
Yeah, that's special talent, man, to be able to do what these
But
guys
this
do.
is rewind it a little bit, KG.
I got you.
This is the positioning that you want to get on that red zone. Like when you run a red zone fade, like once you get on to like Chef, he's beat. Everything that happens after this is going to be a win. It's going to be a catch or it's going to be a pass interference because he's behind you.
Yeah,
and
got
the
face
quarterback,
masked.
all the quarterback got to do is just give you a chance. It's a pass interference or it's a catch. This right here is what I've been begging them to do with Isaac Tesla.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this, you can do this 3 times a game with Isaac Tesla. Like you can. Like this doesn't take much. Either he's going to catch it or it's going to be a pass interference.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Because if he doesn't catch that, I guarantee that ref would have found the flag.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the insight. Thank you for that. Yeah, good job, you guys. I appreciate you
Good
finding
stuff
it.
back
Let's get to the we'll get to the super chats when we come back. After we hear this from BlackRock and Lady Jane.
Hey, smash that like button for the
Smash the
Braylon's
like
breakdown.
button. Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, they launched a whole new menu, returning their favorites and some of that new sizzle that they want to preview right before the 2026 season. Prime sirloins are here to stay. Not just a meal, it's a top experience at Black Rock. All you can eat platters for $20, but don't forget, the holidays are among us. Give a gift that sizzles, and that's a Black Rock gift card. Makes a perfect stocking stuffer. And now through the end of the year, buy $50 and get $10 in bonuses. And mention Woodward Sports. How about this? 20% off the food bill. We partner with people that partner with you. Black Rock Bar and Grill, sizzle above the rest.
Just saw a buddy of mine in here again for Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Now, they do the very best they can to make him a good-looking guy. It's not easy, but they do. He looks really good. He looks a hell of a lot better leaving than he did coming in because of the great haircut he got here at Lady Jane's. I watched him walk in. He signed in. He didn't even get a chance to sit down in one of the chairs that says Lions or Pistons or Red Wings. He ends up going right into the chair, and just like that, he's out. He wanted to say goodbye to me. He just waved. He said, it happened so fast. That's the way it works at Lady Jane's. Come in, sign in. Next thing you know, you're out the door looking sharp as always because it's wicked awesome.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
And shout out to Caesars Sportsbook. If I told you that you can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back, you probably say I'm crazy, right? Well, I am crazy, but you can also get your money back. Scan this QR code, enter the code Woodward1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get that deposit bet back up to $1,000. That's right, 1G back in your account just for giving it a shot. Minimum $20 bet is all you need. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Again, that's code word Woodward1000, or scan that QR code above my head. Caesars Sportsbook.
Ain't nobody giving you no money back. It's 2025. Ain't nobody giving nothing back.
Right.
No, I'm just joking. Actually, that's why we partner with them, because they will give it back to you.
Let's give back to the people, because they're always giving to us.
KG, I just sent you 3 joints, man.
All right, I'm gonna see what I can do.
Let's do the let's do the super chats, unless you get some breaking news. Do you?
A little bit of breaking news here. Amon-Ra St. Brown missed practice again today, so that's his second straight practice miss.
Okay.
I'm sure this is going to make Lions fans feel a little bit more comfortable. Not. But we do got these super chats as well. Freddie Felt, 313, our brother with the 199 super chat. Oh, what up, though, bro?
I was just gonna say, like, if I was the Lions, I wouldn't rush Amon-Ra back for this game. I think it would be like, I know he's gonna want to play. I know he's gonna play. I know you can't keep him off the field. I just wouldn't do it. Like, he's suffering a high ankle sprain. It's a little bit worse. If you don't play this game, you get 10 days before he has to play again, and that would be at the Rams.
Yeah,
I would sit this one out.
Would you play him with the Rams?
I can't coach. I can't say.
Because high ankle sprain is tough. Would you play him against the Rams?
Yeah, I wouldn't play him this week.
Yeah,
because
but you'd play him against the Rams.
I play him against the Rams.
Right, gotcha.
No.
Terry Arnold's out for the year. Speaking of that, KG just told us some additional breaking news.
What?
Regarding a former line. What is it?
Yeah, the Steelers and Darius Slay part ways, man. Officially today.
Would you bring him back?
He is on waivers.
See.
Yes. I don't be hyperbolic, but look, man, he needs some help at the DB position.
Like, TA out for the year now.
Well, here's the that's what we're saying. I mean, here's the thing. He's a man-to-man guy.
Absolutely.
And that's what the Lions play.
100%. Like, he
Michael Ware sent in that $2 super chat.
Is it worth it? What's the harm in it? That's what I would ask.
If you're Detroit, what do you see as your future moving forward? Like, what are you playing for? Because if you're playing for the Super Bowl, if you're playing for that, then like an extra piece, especially right now, why not?
A guy who knows what's going on, knows how to do it, knows the league.
And always did it the right way.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, we're not saying you bring him back next year, okay, and give him a multi-year contract.
Pedigree?
Yeah, what you should at least bring him in for a workout. How's that? That's the least they could do. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. And that was Michael Wary. He also sent that in as well. So shout out to you guys for breaking that down.
Thank you, Michael.
But Freddie Fell 313 199 super chat. He says, I miss Dilla's Delights. Naps buttercream, though? Hey. Hey, because you talking about when we were talking about the desserts and everything. Michael Ware with another $2 super chat, and he is the number one fan in the chat today, man. He says, Houston will help more than Davenport. I'm just saying.
Come on now.
I mean, he's not lying.
Wait, what you over here doing?
You're not lying, but you're saying that now.
Barely.
And, you know, when
he's got what, 6 this year or 5?
Oh, okay.
He got 5 or 6 this
AQM got 5 or 6.
True.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Let me see here next. Ronald Frazier, $4.99 super chat. He says, do you feel that they're going to get help on the opposite side in 2026?
They don't have a choice.
That's the golden question.
But see, they don't have
that last year.
They're good, right?
No. They don't have a choice now because last year their jobs weren't on the line.
Oh.
Like when you get to a situation like this, like see now it's a different situation.
Their jobs on the line?
If they miss the playoffs this year, their jobs will be on the line next year because of the negligent side, at least for Brad Holmes. Now his job knows Sheila's not going to fire him. But what I mean by that, it's going to be a difference in terms of how he creates the offseason. It's going to be different emphasis on what we need, where we're going to spend our money. It'll be a different emphasis. Where am I going to use our picks for the draft this year? It won't be like, we can just do Roy Lopez and we can do a couple of these moves.
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah. How about we take this third rounder and this third rounder, package this up and do this? Or how about we take this chance in this fourth rounder when we know he didn't even play football, but we think it'll be something down there. This will be a much more different emphasis from Brad Holmes on what the season will be in 2026. That's what I mean. They're not getting fired next year.
No, I get you.
But they understand. They understand that people are looking at him a little bit different.
I talked about
Lopez
adversity.
has actually had a good year.
He has,
but he's not a defensive end.
No, he's not.
We're talking about edge rushers. We're talking about pass rushers. We're not talking about guys who weigh 340 pounds in the DT position and move him to the outside.
Right.
So
no, I talked about adversity. They're gonna face adversity in the front office as well because 2026 is a big year for them. This team gonna look completely different.
I will say this too, like Brad at that microphone, I'd be a little bit more humble this offseason.
Yep.
Like we've allowed him to do it at the microphone because he's been cooking with grease. They went 15-2 last year. They went 12-5 the year before and went to the NFC Championship. So if you want to call out people, Brad, go ahead. But now, when you get to that microphone, don't be dodging that smoke. Don't dodge those comments because they're going to come down the pipeline from the media.
All right, more super chats. Go ahead, Cooley.
Oh, yeah, and they're sending in more, so we might have a little overtime today. Downtrail 5889, $5 super chat. Number 2 crown, so I got to shout him out. He says, this goes back to the failings in the preseason. Every year, we have the league's worst backups. In season, these bad backups come in during injuries. Depth, he said.
Yeah, I wouldn't say every year they have the worst backups.
Yeah, last year was pretty good.
There's a lot of guys who didn't play in the preseason and are killing it.
Very true. You can,
Matthew Stafford.
But I will say this: he's right about the depth side, because depth is something I've been talking about. A lot of those middle round picks where you're getting creative and getting fancy and trying things, you miss out on depth pieces. And to his point, and I said this the other day on the show, Tom Kennedy comes in when your receivers hurt. Like, that's not how it works. And Tom Kennedy has done an amazing job. Let me not say amazing. Tom did a really good job.
Fine, yeah.
He came in, serviceable, he filled in. But when your receiver goes down, who's number one, and your fourth string receiver is hurt, your next option should not be a guy that is not getting a contract upwards of whatever. Like, it shouldn't be a guy that's off the practice squad. Like, that's depth. Like, that is depth.
Yeah, I would say, but the only thing I would say to the depth aspect of it is the depth showed it. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. The Tampa game, the depth was pretty damn good, I think. Before Lee McNeil got back, the depth showed in the interior defensive line. But I hear what you're saying. I think it has to be better. I don't disagree with that. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. More. Hey, Michigan Go Blue in the chat. Number 3 crown, $4.99 super chat. Do you think the Pistons can make the conference finals?
That's for you two.
C.
Yes.
C.
Jump in.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely, man.
Yep.
This team is showing it right now. You look at the squad through over a quarter of the games into the season. What makes me excited about this team? The defense is for real.
Yep.
They are tied for number 4 in the league in defensive rating. And they go out there, and the things they say they want to be, you see them doing it. They want to go out there and lead the league and beat their opponent every night in points in the paint. And they want to bring a brand of physicality that doesn't cross the line. And they're winning that way. And what did Shep and I want to see amongst a lot of other people before the season? Jalen Duren take the step. Not just better stats, but how his game has started to develop. It's real.
I like it.
That part. And to get to a conference, I think you got to have 2 players. To win it, you got to have 3. You got 2 players now. So to get to that Eastern Conference, for sure you can.
Hopefully Jaden Ivey becomes that 3rd player, or they go out and acquire one. Somebody said, love the energy from Ron Holland. Me too. Dennis Jenkins, emerging superstar. No.
Yeah.
He's 3 for 16 last night. I like him.
I like
depth.
him too.
We talk about depth.
Yeah.
You talk
He's
about
an NBA player.
I like that depth there. Superstar. Careful.
Nah.
There's one superstar on this team. One.
We got to talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah,
don't tell the people. I'm talking about that.
Oh, I loved it, but we will.
But he had a conversation that, like,
yeah.
I wouldn't love it if I was his the owner of the team.
Yeah, I hear you, and we will. We'll talk about that more football.
Little
tomorrow.
breaking news too.
Right, real quick.
One more. Labartney $1.99 super chat just says shout out James Houston, and JB Bickerstaff is your NBA Eastern Conference Coach of the Month just announced.
Because he deserves it for sure. One of the best coaches.
I need some of those awards at the end of the year because the Lions had a lot of awards early in the year.
Yeah,
amen to that.
That
we
is
appreciate
true.
you watching here on Woodward Sports. We're back tomorrow on the Braylon Edwards Show, 2 to 4. Have a great day, everybody.
See you.
Looking for your daily daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.